And chat. How's it going, guys? Welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV. Last time we did the whole Asahi section. He is one of the worst spies I've ever seen. Could not keep his anger in his pants. Before we get started, I would like to plug something. I have to move to a new location by the end of next summer, so I need to save up money. I have opened 3 new slots on my Patreon where you can pick a game for me to play once or twice a month for 4 to 10 hours per month, depending on how much you pledge. One of those is already taken. There are 2 left. If you could go to my Patreon at patreon.com/Loreweaver streams. The link can be found with the ! Patreon command in Twitch chat, or you can go to or in the description of the YouTube video. Grab it. I'd appreciate it. And even if you don't grab that, $1 a month or $1 per stream would really help me out. So yeah, please pledge. Oh, right, I gotta bring the stream crew on. Hang on. Sup, guys?
Hello.
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 The one you were looking for earlier was hate bonus.
Yeah. Oh, he is beneath my notice.
No one said it was a no one said it was a big hate boner, just an active one.
A sad, strange, pathetic little man. And I don't just say that because I've got 2 feet on him.
He does and be short.
Oh yeah, we could do check in on Dome and Reconstruction today. I probably should
can
do that.
and will. That's not a thing we can do. That's a thing we will do at the beginning of every stream.
Fair enough.
For however long it takes. I think it's like.
You don't have to go there
8 weeks or
direct.
something.
You don't have to go there directly now at the moment, just because we're still doing stuff around that location anyway.
Yeah. We're going to start by we're going to go to Kugane first, and then the plot will take us to the Dome and Enclave soon enough.
Cool. God, I still can't get over how good the graphical upgrade is. It's been months, and it's still blowing me away.
It's still the most impressive on anything crystal, like the Aetherites.
Oh, I'll have to take a close look at those then.
One of the locations in Dawn Trail has these really cool looking Aetherites that are just very unique, and the way the light hits them is gorgeous.
Alright, let's take a look at the Kugane Aetherite. Asahi is 5'6" and minimum male Midlander height. Ha! Oh wow, the detail on that is exquisite. That does look cool. Alright, in Kugane, let me invite you to the party. Invite to party. Okay, let's see. It's a map to the Ruby Bazaar. Starting off the stream with Tataru. Excellent.
Tataru. Tataru.
Whatever Asahi is planning, we cannot let him have his way. After all Lord Hien has done, the Empire cannot be suffered to hinder Doma's restoration. Amen to that. It's not every day you make friends with a secret collective of talking animals, after all. Even if Sorobon hadn't decided to remain at Raisin Temple, I wouldn't have wanted to stay away. I think the trial series dialogue is overwriting her dialogue for this part of the MSQ.
Yeah, that's a new post-trial bit of dialogue for Tataru.
Yeah.
Yeah, she had just mentioned in the MSQ about taking up an offer that Soroban had found after all.
Yeah.
So I guess that this is the point where it's like, okay, there's the quest flag.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. More often than not, it seems opportunity is wont to come knocking when the Scions are about. So long as you and yours remain here in Kugane, I'm certain a profitable venture will present itself. All right, Alphino, what you got for us? Gosetsu and Tsuyu. Important news to share. You've got the papaya song stuck in my head now, Dai.
You're very welcome.
Ah, Lore, impeccable timing. We have just received a letter from Lord Hien. He writes that the Domans are coordinating their efforts with the Blue Kojin to maintain a constant watch over the Red. By staying on the lookout for signs of crystal hoarding and the like, they mean to nip any summoning attempts in the bud, thereby satisfying the conditions for peace set down by the ambassador. For the Garlean's part, the Populares have sent word that a vessel bearing Doman conscripts is soon to arrive in Yansha. 'Twould seem that the prisoner exchange is to proceed as planned. Lord Hien requests your presence, and I share his view that you should be on hand at this critical juncture. Why, to kill people if something goes wrong? According to the letter, Yotsuyu's memory has yet to return, so it looks like she'll be living out the rest of her days in Doma. Assuming the ambassador means to honor the agreement, of course. Before we get to that, however, I think it would be wise to assess her condition one last time. If the Domans have missed any change in her mental state, however slight, it would be better if Asahi weren't the one to spot it. Agreed. Let us make straight ways for the Enclave, then. Lord Hien will be waiting. I trust you will cope in our absence, Tataru? Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Just be sure to come back safely. Da-da-da. I am very much in favor of a peace agreement between Doma and the Empire. Loosen that imperial grip, I say, and let the trade routes breathe freely. Alphino's been keeping a very careful count of his coins lately. I doubt he'd ask for a sip of water without asking the price first.
Oh, once traumatized, twice shy.
All right, to...
So is it Doman Enclave? This is a weird part of the MSQ, and I don't know why Doman Enclave is like this. Every time there is a quest in the Doman Enclave, if you click on the minimap to go there, it doesn't take you to the Doman Enclave, it takes you to Yanshui, and you have to click over on it. I don't know why it does that.
Weird. Alright, let's go donate some shit. What is the weekly quota today? It is... hang on. It's not letting me see. Hang on. How do I swap over again? Ah, there we go. Oh, it's still only 20k. Okay. Alright, let's donate... No, I didn't need to donate 3. Let's split that. Split. Alright, so that's 12k. So 8... So... under 20%. So 4/5 of 8k is... No, wait. 20%. 5/4 of... Hang on, I'm trying to do math in my head, and for some reason it's fuzzy. Okay, so 100%, 20% is 5/4. So 8K is 5/4 of the total we need. So 8K over 4 is 8K divided by 5/4, so 4/5 of 8K is 6,400. So let's sell 6,500 worth of elegant silver pieces. That is 13. Oh, just short. Okay. Need one more. On behalf of the Shozenkai lore, I thank you for your support. As you may recall, several Badugan tribesmen offered to provide instructions to Shayla traders in reunion. Oh, introductions, not instructions. Subsequent negotiations went well, and we have at last begun to receive shipments of foodstuffs and other goods from the steppe. Mitsuba can tell you more, and I expect she would like very much to do so. We go. What's my armor? Armor's all repaired. Cool.
Yeah, Yugiri's over here.
Oh, hey. If you were looking for Kosetsu, he is with Yotsuyu, keeping close watch of her. Yes, quite close indeed. What do you think, Lore? We've come a long way from a pile of sticks, wouldn't you say? Care for a steamed bun? We have a selection from which you may choose, from meat-filled ones prepared in the Shayla fashion, to more traditional dolmen ones, packed full of vegetables, to others with a sweet bean paste filling. Well, I don't want beans, so no thanks. Or if you'd rather have a heaping helping of rice with a bowl of soup, my man on the right can sort you out. It's got plenty of radish, just the way rich folks like it. Is that a rich folk food? By the kami, the smell alone is enough to feed the soul. And it's all thanks to you, my friend. We couldn't have come this far without your help. Begging your pardon, but are you Mistress Mitsuba, the one in charge of the stalls? I'm here on behalf of the village of Isari. Hi, I'm Mitsuba. You've business with me, then. Let's hear it. Well, we were hoping you might consider entering an agreement whereby we would supply you with local goods. Not just for fish, mind. Shellfish, seaweed. If it's in the Ruby Sea, we can deliver it to your doorstep, as much as you're willing to pay for. That's quite the offer, and one I've little reason to refuse. But it's quite sudden and surprising. I wasn't aware of any seasonal surplus. Oh, there's no surplus. Our catch is the same as always. Rather, we've got more, helping hands? A certain collective, you might say. It's a confederacy, mistress. They're eager to trade the bounty of the sea for that of the land. Vegetables, meat, spirits. Mostly spirits, I'd wager. So that's the way of it. Even a pirate grows tired of the usual fare, especially when the usual fare is kelp or something wrapped in it. I see no reason to refuse you and your partners. After all, they were indispensable in the liberation of our homeland. Giving them a taste of Yonsha is the very least we can do to repay them. The bounty of the sea, you said. I can't stop thinking about what we could serve, boiled or blackened, or served raw even, if we get it fresh enough. You've got octopus, yes? Oh, it's been too long since I had octopus. I could have a barrel of Usuginu octopus delivered here today, if you like. And judging from that ravenous look on your face, I gather you would. Construction of the 10,000 stalls is proceeding apace. Wide variety of food, stuffs. Can I buy food here yet? The fisherman wasn't joking when he said the Confederacy thirsts for spirits more than anything. It's like they live off the stuff. No, I can't buy food here yet.
There is a specialist stall that will open up from these quest lines, but like it's not really a sort of. You're not really going to be like getting stuff from the specific stalls around these places.
Fair enough.
Remember to keep talking to the donation basket until it tells you to stop.
Right.
I haven't finished donating. I ran out of slots, so I had to come back.
On behalf of the Shazenkai lore, I thank you for your support. I am pleased to inform you that we have made great strides in our efforts to rebuild the Enclave. It's always raining when we get these cutscenes. Oh, fun.
Yeah.
What's the name of the fish people?
The Namazu?
Namazu, yeah. Namazu on a stick.
Something a lot of the player base would like to do as a Dragoon.
I cannot thank you enough, Lore. I simply cannot. I am pleased to announce that, at long last, our plans for the 10,000 stalls are complete. Every tenant is open for business, and the food is the talk of the Enclave. You really must go and see. Mitsuba is expecting you.
More plot.
More plot.
Yeah, you can get that display of shaped sweets for in houses.
Nice.
I believe they're one of the types of furnishings you can put down where you're able to actually eat from them.
Ooh.
And once you've fully eaten it, they'll just be like sticks instead of the actual sweets on them.
Oh, fun. How often does it replenish?
It doesn't. You'd have to replace it.
Oh. I've been waiting for you two to arrive. It's past time you saw the 10,000 stalls in all their finished glory. Look around, take it all in, see what our hard work has built, smell what we've got cooking. Urge to meme rising.
Can you smell what? No, blah blah blah. Hello. Oh, one moment. I have a bundle.
We had plans and diagrams, but this, I hardly recognize it. It's wonderful, Mitsuba. Never in my wildest dreams could I have pictured it better. This is your accomplishment too, Lore. On behalf of the Shazenkai, I cannot thank you enough for your generous contributions. Stop! I'll not hear another word of praise from you until you've at least sampled some of our humble fare. A cook can't trust a customer's compliments if they haven't touched the food, can she? And, quite frankly, if the sights and smells of this place aren't making your mouths water, then I've already failed. Find an open table and prepare yourselves, because you're not leaving here until you've had the very best we have to offer. $10,000 stalls complete. I wonder what the next thing we build will be.
Yeah, you know when I was wandering around and you're like, I was like, oh, and he's like, die. That's an empty field. Like, it's just like now you know why I was like, oh,
Yeah.
because I know what this is like when it's complete.
That was quite possibly the most delicious meal I have ever had. Is this what a koja feels like, I wonder? Well, had enough. If not, I can bring you another serving. Neither of us have finished what we've got in front of us. Kami forfend, I could not eat another bite. Not that I am not tempted to try, I assure you, but I fear I might die in the attempt. Ha! Now that's what I like to hear. A customer forced to choose between good sense and another bite. You couldn't have paid me a finer compliment. And now that I've stuffed you full of enough food to cloud your judgment, you'll forgive me if I broach a more serious subject. Ah, here we go. I'm not sure if you've noticed, but all of our cookware, our pots and pans, stoves even, are far past their prime. Most were cheap imports from other provinces. It was easier to replace everything instead of trying to maintain goods that weren't made to last. You're not the first to bring this issue to our attention. Others have had difficulty obtaining tools to go about their work more effectively. At the moment, the Shazenkai is considering two proposals. The first is that we concentrate our efforts on rebuilding our industry. We give to our people the means to craft that which they require, thereby addressing domestic demands first and foremost. The second is that we concentrate our efforts on producing wares for foreign consumption. We bring foreign wealth to Doma and trade for that which we lack. Both approaches have their advantages and disadvantages, to be fair, but pursuing both simultaneously isn't really feasible. Oh, do I have to choose? Why do you fret over such nonsense, girl? This is no dilemma. Doma shall stand proud and tall and alone. We will make what we need. Well met, warrior of the West. Too long has it been since you convinced an old fool to fashion armor for young ones. In search of a stiff drink did I come to these stalls, only to overhear a tale I could not ignore, and to cross paths with a bitter foe. Ooh. Bitter foe? Hardly. Not that I would expect an imbecile with an iron head to know friend from enemy, or his own reflection for that matter. Lore, allow me to introduce you to Master Araragi. Like Master Suranuki, he is artisan without peer, who once managed the paper mills of the Enclave. I should thank you not to compare me to this dotard of a smith, child. More importantly, I should caution you against his advice. Your second proposal, that of favoring foreign trade, has far greater merit. Despite our best efforts, Doma is still a far cry from what it once was, and we have not the capacity to rebuild it ourselves. We must first look elsewhere to secure that which we lack. All talk and no guts. All the strength of a paper tiger. Ha! Or is that your clever plan? Convince these people to help you sell paper for iron? You mad blustering oaf! How dare you! We could have a district for both craftsmen and artisans, one where we create both tools for everyday use and goods to sell in foreign markets. The yard, let's call it. Then everyone would be happy, yes? Ah, so you were bringing up that empty field for a reason. At least in theory, right? The yard, a home for craftsmen and artisan alike. For no particular reason does lore of a crafter gatherer at Stormwood levels. I have not...
Absolutely not.
I have not progressed my... my crafting and gathering very far. I think my... Hang on. These are my crafting and gathering levels. My highest is blacksmith at 41. My second highest is carpenter at 30. And then my third highest is goldsmith at 6.
Biodoma.
Yeah.
Right.
I am running low.
That should be it for the Enclave this week, but check the donation basket just in case.
Way ahead of you. Yep, that's it.
On to the plot.
For an on-screen Hakuro is a good 1, 2, 3 paces forwards and a pace to the left.
We have spared no effort to increase the guard at every settlement here in Yansha. The Red Kojin will trouble us no more. On that, you have my word. Ever since he drained our coffers dry buying that sword, Alphino has had his purse strings in a death grip. I can't even buy a cup of tea without him going on about the dangers of frivolous spending. I think you've gone a little too far in the opposite direction, buddy. We know the broad strokes from his letter, but I would hear the details of our Doman friend's progress from Lord Hien himself. Ah, I see my letter reached you across the Ruby Sea. Thank you for coming so swiftly. Though I wrote at some length on the subject of the forthcoming exchange, there was one other matter I neglected to mention. Ooh, what? It concerns Gosetsu. As you may have observed, he returned from his ordeal rather the worse for wear, and despite his best efforts to conceal his condition, and perhaps because of them, he recently collapsed. Uh-oh. Good gods, is he all right? Confined to bed and grumbling without cease, but he has shown signs of recovery. He made me promise not to tell you, lest you worry unduly, which was all very well when you weren't here. Now that you are, however, I think it's high time he received some visitors. Might you spare him a moment? Yotsuyu has scarce left his side, and I imagine you are curious to see what has become of her as well. We will visit him at once. Lore, Alice, shall we? Yeah, let's.
I had a sound error during this cutscene and did not know it had voices.
Open wide now.
Oh, he's accepting it?
Pleased to you. I'm not so frail that I cannot feed
Oh,
myself.
you were about to accept it, Gosetsu.
I grow weary of the taste of gruel.
Don't worry, anyone would.
You don't like it? Can I fetch you something else?
Aye, wine. Or if that is not wholesome enough, I don't know. A sweet persimmon from Namai? I enjoyed them in my youth.
A persimmon.
Nay, pay me no mind. I am full. Besides, we have guests.
She said a persimmon, like she remembered something.
I hope we are not interrupting your meal. We had heard you were confined to bed and thought you might welcome some visitors.
Confined to... A gross exaggeration.
No, I think being confined to bed implies outside imposition and not your own will. So, I think you should be happy that it's being described like that, Gosetsu.
A trifle drained from my exertions, perhaps, but with a little rest, I shall be fighting fit again in no time.
Take off your clothes.
Gosetsu, is this how you've been spending your time?
Honestly,
My
no.
lady, I assure you this is not.
Everyone looking at him with disapproval.
Off with them. We need to wash you. You stink.
Now is not the time, Yotsuyu.
What are all these scars? There are so many of them.
A life of battle will leave its mark upon a man.
Uh-oh.
Is something wrong to you?
It's nothing. I'm fine.
Uh-oh.
But leave me be, woman. I will not be fussed over like some newborn babe.
They make a convincing pair, do they not? On first acquaintance, I would think him a doting grandsire and her a model grandchild. Indeed, had someone told me a year ago that I would live to bear witness to such a scene, I would have declared them mad. That aside...
Has a year passed?
Has a year passed?
What? What?
A year ago, you knew none of these characters, according to the official timeline.
I'm not going to question it.
I am. To be fair, if you'd told him a year ago that he'd have gone on all these crazy adventures, he would have declared you mad.
Yeah.
That aside, I am relieved to see Gosetsu has lost none of his spirit. But what a turn of events. I mean, for her to suddenly be watching over him. You couldn't make it up. Although I suppose Gosetsu is an old man. With the way he charges through life, it can be easy to forget. Yeah, how old is he? Aye, he has resisted decrepitude with the same defiance he showed the enemies of Doma. But no matter how adamant his will, no man can carry on forever. He has pushed himself beyond the limits of endurance too many times. Even if his health returns, the fact remains he will never again be the warrior he once was. He has given his all for liege and land, and we will ask no more. Good. And what of his nurse? If Yotsu is feigning that, well, she certainly has me fooled. This is no pretense. Yugiri, out of all of us, I would think you the hardest to convince. So, what makes you so sure? I have been spying on Yotsu from the shadows, waiting for the misstep that would betray her charade for all it was. But her mask has never slipped. Not once. She has remained in character from the first. One evening, I watched her as she sat in her chambers, unguarded and alone, with a very slittable throat. She had taken the dishes from the cupboard and was pretending to prepare dinner right there on the tatami. A child's game. Even the wariest shinobi would not go to such lengths. I can but conclude that her mind is truly broken.
I just kind of imagined Tsuyu going to the cupboard, opening it up. Yugiri is just hiding in there, hands at the plate. Tsuyu shuts the cupboard and just does not realise what happened.
Well, that's good enough for me, and everyone else, I would hazard. Aye, the matter is settled. Yotsu will become Tsuyu and begin a new life here in Doma. Before that can happen, however, we will need to present her to the ambassador one last time to prove that her memory is truly gone. But I would not risk parading her in front of our returning conscripts. Her presence at the exchange would only stir up mutinous thoughts. Understandably, she as good as fastened the chains around their necks. Aye, which is why I mean to conclude this business with Tsuyu first, out of the sight of my countrymen. Will you help me? We are at your service. There is no higher purpose than the pursuit of peace. My thanks. The Garleans are on their way, and we must prepare to welcome the ambassador. We will meet you at the docks with Tsuyu. The skiff will take us to our meeting with the ambassador. We will join you at the docks once preparations have been made. Even after weeks of surveillance, it was difficult for me to accept that Yotsuyu's condition was genuine, but not as difficult as accepting Gosetsu's affection for her. Awkward.
The timeline thing is just especially funny whenever it comes to twins, because, like it's one thing for the other scions, where it's like, they're somewhere in their mid-20s, and time is passing, but they're still somewhere in their mid-20s. It's not really all that important. But, like, the twins are 16 years old and have been 16 years old for a long time.
Yeah.
And if they get any older, and we know they haven't gotten any older, because if they did, they'd get their growth spurts. Also, much better positioning. Nicely done.
Hang on. Yeah. ticking clock if they got to get tall eventually. I wonder if there's any kind of time skip between Endwalker and Dawn Trail at all. Obviously, don't tell me, but I am very curious. If I get there and suddenly we have tall Alphino. Can you imagine Yotsuyu playing with bowls on the floor? I don't know that we can think of her as the same person anymore.
Just imagine if Alphina gets his growth spurt like before Alizé. She would be molding.
She would be so mad. Shall we wait here then? Lord Hien should not be long. Oh, I wonder how this is going to go. I wonder if she's going to regain her memory during the meeting or after and maybe stab Gosetsu. My friends, have you seen Tsuyu? She is nowhere to be found. Uh-oh. What? But the Garleans will be landing in a matter of moments. If she's fled, could it mean her memories have returned? I know not. Yugiri is scouring the streets as we speak. It is possible Tsuyu has left the Enclave altogether. Isn't the only way in here or out of here via boat? Captain, a word. Did you perchance carry a fair-skinned woman across the river? A fair-skinned woman, my lord? I do not rightly know. I think... Yes, my lord. Now that you mention it, there was a lady among the passengers whom I do not recall having seen before. Her face was hidden by the brim of her hat, but I remember taking her hand to help her onto the boat. White as new-fallen snow it was. Was she someone important, my lord? Have I done something wrong? Wrong? No. No, I was merely hoping to catch our guest before she departed. Be at ease, Captain. Alright, well, let's go find her and see what she remembers, I guess. It would seem that Tsuyu has crossed the river. Kami, help me. No good can come of this. Scouting, aiming, healing, casting. Casting.
Your casting gear is already far better than this.
Yeah, but it could be cosmetics.
Some of it's an upgrade. Some of his casting gear will in fact be upgraded.
I thought his casting gear was all Skaven now.
Not yet.
No, I've still got the 7th Hell Coat, which is item level 290. Oh yeah, yeah, I'm gonna open that right now.
Fair enough.
First, let's make sure I have the space. Alright, what does this look like? Oh, funky. I mean, I'm still going to glamour over it, but...
Yeah, it's decent looking gear.
Her memory must have returned. Why else would she run? Without Tsuyu, I cannot see how the prisoner exchange, or indeed the peace process at large, can proceed. We have to find her, and soon. Oh, crap. Crap. Gone like the morning dew. It seems Tsuyu has gone unrecognized thus far. Kami help us if someone catches a clear view of her face. I must find her before that happens. The responsibility for her disappearance, for all of this, lies with me, but I would ask for your aid nonetheless. We are at your service, Lord Hien, now as before. Let us make the crossing and begin our search. You go on ahead. Someone should let Yugiri know what we've learned. I'll join you on the other side. We have no way of knowing where Tsuyu is headed, so we had best divide our forces. I will take Kusakari and its surrounds. Alphino, if you would take the road to Castrum Fluminis. Lore, forgive me, but could I ask you to interrogate the residents of Yuzuka Manor? One of the Namazu may well have seen our quarry. If everyone is in agreement, let us board the skiff and hope the kami smile upon our efforts. Yeah, I guess we'll see if the Namazu want to actually tell me anything. Want me to craft you some gear? Sure. What item level can you craft? What you need.
I mean, you can craft any level gear.
Well, I suppose I can equip up to
Lena
level
can
82.
craft you a bunch of level 80 gear, which you otherwise have no way of accessing.
Yeah, but that feels a little like cheating at this point in the
MSQ. It's like you honestly, your gear level is fine. Like you don't need gear for anything that we're doing.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. Honestly, like you are equipped with gear that is for progressing through the Savage tier of the XF set. That in terms of Daryumiku. Meanwhile, the augmented Skaven stuff you got is the best you will ever get for it matches the Savage gear that you can get from the final Omega tier. Also, no, the Daryumiku is for Kefka's tier, not XF.
Was that not what I just got?
Yeah, the Daryumiku. I'm saying that that was for progging through Omega Delta Sigmascape, whereas the Skaven stuff that you've already got that.
No, I mean, what did I just get from Hien? Wasn't it the dive?
No, I wasn't paying attention to your screen.
Yeah, no.
Daryumiku, which is I'm saying is
you're saying you get it from Omega or Kefka.
No, I'm saying it's the gear that you would be buying with tombstones to progress through those fights.
Gotcha.
Same with the augmented Skaven is the stuff that you would be. That is the best you could get, equivalent to the Savage gear from the Alphascape.
Gotcha. Welcome to Yuzuka Manor. Yes. If there is anything you care to know, you need only... A pale-skinned woman? I have seen no such traveler, I'm sorry to say. Most sorry. Scaly-skinned Namazu, on the other hand, we have in abundance. Any guards out here see her?
Yeah. Most Namazu are nice enough and quite affable. He's just that Gyodo guy. Who was it? Gyodo? Whichever it is.
So you're saying he's tarnished the reputation of the entire species in the eyes of the fans, and that's why people hate them?
Absolutely.
Yes.
Unusually pale skin. Yes. I saw this woman on the way back from my fishing trip. She had just crossed the shallows east of here and was headed in a northeasterly direction. For the most part. Her steps did not seem certain. If you hurry, you might still catch her. Excuse me. Since when did the fandom hate Namazu? I have heard nothing positive about Namazu. All in chat while I've been streaming.
That Beast Tribe stuff is a lot of fun. Possibly because they get horribly hurt, but it's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You see no sign of Yotsuyu to the north. Sorry, go on, Minda.
Anyway, yeah, the Namazu are like they have a shtick, and I imagine some people find the shtick very funny, and some people find it very annoying. Oh, one to ban. There we go.
Wet Moogles.
is a good way to describe them. They are very much wet noodles.
Still no sign of Yotsuyu. Perhaps she is yet farther to the northeast. Oh, I don't get to hear the Chocobo music for very long. Pixel, will you get out of my character model, please? Yotsuyu is nowhere to be seen, but lying on the ground a short distance to the north, you spy a familiar-looking, wide-brimmed hat.
Wow, we have really good eyes.
Yeah, that's a ways off.
Just a bit of carrots.
A cursory glance is all that is required to confirm your suspicions. It is the same hat Yotsuyu was wearing when you found her in Sakazuki. Did somebody take her, or did she just take it off? Oh, we're right next to town. Yep. Lore, before you ask, our search of Kusakari and its surroundings has yielded exactly naught, save this chance reunion with you, I suppose. Mistress Alice has gone to assist her brother at the castrum. It was she who informed me of the situation. I joined Lord Hien here shortly thereafter. How did you fare at Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Yeah, I turned down the battle effects for a while, but it got boring to watch. There's really no middle ground between nothing happening and too much happening, and that's frustrating.
Oh yeah, yeah. The best idea tends to be your own battle effects completely on, your party battle effects set to show limited. That way you'll only see their effects if they have, like, say, a benefit to you, like standing inside of a healer bubble, or like a damage floor where tanks would want to take the enemies to, etc.
Yeah, that's what I'm complaining about. There's no setting between that and too many effects, because turning it down like that looks kind of boring. How did you fare at Yuzuka Manor? Any sign of our missing guest? Yes, you're standing in front of it. Towards Namai. By the Kami, if the villagers recognize her, it will not end well. We must hurry. Yugiri and I will check the paddies. The village square is yours. I think somebody already recognized her.
Are we really just going to leave her hat behind? That's just... well, one is literary. How rude.
Ah, crap.
Greetings. Might I have one of your... Wait! Please! I only wanted a persimmon.
Crap!
Kami, save us! Her spirit has returned!
She's back from the dead to seek her revenge!
Intervene, Lore! Come on! Crap, how do we talk this down?
It can't be. She couldn't have survived.
What did I do?
As if you don't know!
Good people of Namai, be at ease, I pray you. You have naught to fear.
My lord, forgive me, but what is that monster doing here? They told us she was dead.
I too was surprised to learn of her survival. More even than you, I would hazard. 'Twas I who cut her down, I who left her to her fate. But it would seem the Kami had other plans. By some miracle, both she and Gosetsu were spared when the keep collapsed, though Yotsugu's preservation came at the cost of her memory.
You're saying she's forgotten? Forgotten everything she's done?
Lies! Lies! My lord, she would say anything to escape punishment!
What does it matter? We have not forgotten her crimes, and we demand justice! I beg of you, Lord Hien, draw your blade and rid us of this canker!
What I saw then, it's all true. I'm sorry! I'm so sorry.
You're sorry? And what? We're supposed to forgive you?
Oh, what's the kid gonna do?
Here, there's no need to cry. Can't you see how scared she is? How can you be scared of her? She's not the same.
Until such time as her memories return, this woman shall be known as Tsuyu, and treated as a citizen of Doma. I will, however, see that she is watched at all times. Rest assured that there will be no more unannounced visits to the village. As your lord, I ask that you leave her fate in my hands, and suffer her to live, for now.
This must suck for Tsuyu to hear.
Yeah, no one's having a good time right now.
Oh no.
Yeah, God. Absolute Nimdok vibes from I Have No Mouth and I'm a Scream.
All right. I'll keep my peace. As long as you're happy, that's all that matters.
Well, that could have gone better. Could have gone a lot worse, though.
I shall be back momentarily. I just need a bathroom break.
That could have gone way worse.
Yeah. Yeah, like realistically, the most probable outcome of that scenario was, like, many pieces of Yotsuru.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised nobody tried to kill her. I'm not scared of her. Not anymore. I can't forget what that woman did to us, but I won't do anything to upset Azumi. All this over a persimmon. I failed to consider how she might endanger herself. Knowing she has the mind of a child, I should have continued my vigilance, not relaxed it. I don't know why everyone is so angry. but I got the fruit Gosetsu wanted. I hope he likes it. Man, this is rough. That would have been better avoided, but at least it did not end in bloodshed. And judging by Tsuyu's reaction, she remains oblivious to the events of her former life. This was no escape attempt. Nay, it seems it was an offhand request of Gosetsu's which brought her to Namai. She came in search of a persimmon. And they say fruit is good for the health. I do hope Gosetsu finds the taste to his liking. Well, we have certainly taken the long way around, but let us continue on to Castrum Fluminus and our meeting with the ambassador. Alphino and Alice should still be there, conducting their search. That pointed look at Yotsuyu. Ooh, that was good.
Mm-hmm.
To Fluminus!
Still need to do Hildegard.
Hildebrand, you mean?
Hildebrand, yeah. Why did I say Hildegard? I don't know. We still need to do Hildebrand.
It's very funny that you said Hildegard because I've been watching a Final Fantasy IX playthrough.
That's why I said. Oh, there you go. That's why I said Hildegard.
The airships and that.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about like how much stuff we have left before Shadowbringers, and it's like, because like this is we're in the middle of 4.3, so there's 2 more patches, and then some Eureka stuff, and then oh yeah, Hildebrand. How could I forget? How could we forget Hildebrand?
Yeah, no, you guys told me that it would be a bit before it was a good stopping point to do Hildebrand.
Yeah.
So I haven't really asked about him for a while.
This patch.
This is in fact it. If we finish it up today, we can digress for a bit.
Sweet. The Imperial airship has arrived. Whether our conscripts are aboard remains to be seen. We're in for a fight, aren't we? Lord Hien informed us of the uproar at Namai. Thank the 12 you found, Yotsuyu, when you did. I dare not think what might have happened had you not. I was sure Yotsuyu had fled, but it seems her memory hasn't returned after all. How foolish of me not to consider Gosetsu's craving for seasonal fruit. Do we have to stay here long? He'll be waiting for his fruit. Oh.
Aww.
It seems our Imperial guests have already arrived. It's time to meet with the ambassador.
Foiled by fruits. Sounds like my bloody dating life.
Ouch. Are these coffins or prison boxes?
What a pleasure it is to see you once more,
Just
Lord
opens like
Hien.
a dozen eggs
Not
and
to
inside
mention
each
my
egg is a
dear
prisoner.
sister.
A pleasure to see you too, Ambassador. Forgive us our late arrival. You have our people aboard the airship?
Exactly as agreed. We would leave you in no doubt as to the purity of our intentions. I dare say it was the self-same spirit of cooperation which prompted you to bring Yotsuyu here today.
Indeed. Before excluding her from the exchange, I thought it only fair that you see her condition
she doesn't
for
suddenly
yourself.
remember something here.
Physically, she is in fine health, but her mind is unchanged.
So I see. But all need not necessarily be lost. In anticipation of this tragic turn of events, I took the liberty of inviting some special guests.
It's possible he brought some prisoners to see her and cause trouble. His mouth's moving, but no sound's coming out. Oh, it's... Oh, no.
Ah, Yotsuyu. You look... well.
Oh, no.
Of all the people.
Is something wrong, dear sister? These are our beloved parents.
God.
Does not the
Fuck
sight
you,
of them
Asahi.
bring back sweet childhood memories?
Eyes.
Gosetsu. I have to take this to Gosetsu.
It would seem my little surprise was not sufficient.
Hopefully. Ooh, that death glare. Ooh, that was well animated.
You needn't glare at me so, Lord Hien. I merely did what any loving son would do for his family. Lest you doubt, I am content to leave the acting viceroy in your care. Pray, treat her as you would any daughter of Dorma. Do not grow too fond of this place, dear sister. You will come back to us ere long.
God, fuck this guy.
God, even the characters you hate are good characters in this game, are they not?
Yeah, don't let her wander off alone.
We continue with the exchange as planned then.
Very good. The structure across the river should serve our needs. We shall await you there with the conscripts. If you would bring your captives.
So what's in the boxes?
Agreed. Until then, Ambassador.
Man, fuck that little toad.
Yeah.
But I thought you liked toads.
I knew better than to trust Asahi, but that was a dirty trick. Still, unpleasant as it was, we have at least put the matter of Tsuyu's future to rest. I have sent her back to the Enclave with Yugiri to give Gosetsu his precious persimmon. Come, let us follow them. You have that look, Alphino. What is it? Oh, nothing of consequence, most like. We can discuss it upon our return. So, do I have to be present at the prisoner exchange? Oh, all the way back here. Okay, teleporting me around so I don't have to walk back and forth. I suppose Tsuyu is to become an official Doman citizen. But what then? Will they keep her hidden here forever? Or might she one day be allowed to walk amongst her countrymen? So, it would seem there will be one less prisoner at the exchange. I only hope Yotsuyu's presence here will not present further problems. Well, she's remembering bit by bit. Hopefully, she's either had a change of heart by the time she remembers everything, or she never remembers everything. But I wouldn't count on the latter. We should pay a visit to Gosetsu and reassure him about Tsuyu's fate. He will want to know that the Empire has finally relinquished its claim on her.
Gosetsu, are you awake?
My lord, come in, come in. When Tsuyu returned, her eyes were red from weeping. She spoke not a word, simply sat and peeled some fruit she'd brought for me. She then claimed weariness and retired to her chamber. Tell me, what happened to upset her
A
so?
lot.
The ambassador arranged a surprise reunion with her foster parents. A misguided attempt to restore Yotsuyu to her senses.
Misguided, that's a word for it.
It was plain their presence caused her great distress, but she seemed otherwise unaffected.
Yotsuyu was mistreated as a child, was she not? It was a cruel trick to use her tormentors like that, knowing the pain it could cause.
I like this Asahi less and less.
Be that as it may, he has agreed to allow Yotsuyu to remain with us in Doma. Our primary concern now is to hand over the prisoners without incident and bring our people safely home.
It's a shame it's poor manners to kill an ambassador.
There was one
Something,
other
something
detail at the
Warcry?
meeting which caught my attention. I assume you all noticed the rather suspect crates within the castrum. The Imperials were quick to retrieve them afterwards, but I wonder...
Yeah, I was asking about those too.
Out with it, brother. You fear they might contain bombs or war machines?
If the ambassador wanted me dead, he has had ample opportunity. No, assassination is not his intent, but we should be on our guard for other acts of treachery.
My lord, forgive me, but the Lady Yotsuyu...
Fucking again?
Gun?
I beg your pardons, my lords. I was certain she'd fallen
God
asleep.
damn it.
No, the responsibility is mine. 'Twas I who gave her a room instead of a cell. She may simply have wandered outside. We will organize search
God
parties.
damn it. Will somebody tell the boatman not to let her get on boats?
Might I call upon your assistance?
Yeah, sure. Who keeps leaving the wandering amnesiac to wander freely? Yeah.
Hi, Haven.
Help!
No, did she knife somebody? Oh. Her parents came.
Help! Help me!
Well, crap. She's got her memories back. Knife people who deserve to be knifed. That's true. Who let them in here?
If only I hadn't remembered. He should hate me.
Oh, she got all her memories back.
But I will not suffer his kindness. Not after what I did to him.
Stormblood villains are knives to the neck.
Yeah.
Who's there?
Oh, it's you. What are you doing out here in the dark?
This is the Enclave, is it? When the soldiers dragged us back to Doma, you were the last person I expected to see.
You're the bane of our existence, Yotsuyu. A font of misery. You couldn't even do us the simple courtesy of dying, could you? Oh, no. You had to live and taint us with the shame of your failure. We had a perfect life in the capital, and now they're making us wallow in this muddy ruin like common swine. I don't deserve this.
You deserve worse.
Now, dear, that'll do. There seems little point in berating the girl when she scarcely remembers her own name. Our time would be better spent contemplating how we're to survive this unhappy predicament. You've kept your looks, at least. I suspect you'd fetch a handsome price with the right buyer.
Sake.
Maybe enough to get us to Kugane and start a new business.
I leave my crystal seizure and I stand up and I just stomp on his neck.
Let's make the stab wound a little bit bigger. Digs the staff into it.
Ah, my beloved parents. No sooner do I wake from gentle slumber than the world returns in all its cruelty. Yes, this is how it always was. How it was meant to be. Very well. If I cannot escape my nature, then I shall embrace it. To the very depths I have sunk, my soul steeped in spite and rotten to the core. The self-righteous hide behind justice, but I need no such mask. Father, Mother, was it not you who made me into this monster? Who taught me the truth of this miserable world? For years I knew naught but the taste of pain and humiliation. But the time has come to savor my vengeance against Doma. Against all my enemies.
Well, shoot.
And it begins with you!
Yotsuyu!
What?
That scream was very well acted.
Yeah.
No!
Deserved.
Mm-hmm.
If I don't get up and walk away from their asses and leave them to die, I'm going to be very disappointed. Oh, for fuck's sake. Of course he's here. Hard to disagree with these particular murders, yeah.
Done, dear sister. Did I not say you would come back to us?
Brother dearest, what a surprise. You always were a cold-blooded little worm. I doubt you thought twice about sending our parents to their deaths.
Your dagger yet drips with their blood, and you presume to judge me? To be frank, I didn't think you had the strength to slay them so cleanly. A single thrust each. I'm impressed. But surely you can't be satisfied with murdering a pair of doddering elders. You yearn for a deeper vengeance, and the power to see it through.
What is the mirror?
Please.
Hooray! I mean, I'm not
to die.
Too bad.
Any sign of her? What happened here?
Well, we've got a problem, Hien.
I knew what would happen if she recovered. And still, I did nothing. You say she left with her brother?
Yep, and now you've got a credibility problem with the citizenry, which is going to be a problem.
Whatever he wants with her, he was willing to pay for it with his parents' lives.
Yeah, but their lives weren't worth much, let's be real.
But this is neither the time.
I love how
nor the
Yotsuyo's
place.
parents had all the
We must
survival
not let
instincts of man who was stabbed, who was quoted as saying, "What are you gonna do? Stab me?"
Hopefully the prisoner exchange already happened, at least. They were talking about being stuck here, so I guess they were part of the prisoner exchange. So Asahi got his way in the end, and at an unspeakable price. He really is a vile little worm, isn't he? You can say that again. So Yotsuyo has returned to the bosom of the Empire after all. I cannot say I'm surprised. But what I struggle to fathom is Asahi's aim in all of this. He's causing problems on purpose. Yotsuyu hid her recovery well. I had no inkling that her memory had returned. I keep asking myself when it could have happened. At the meeting with her parents, perhaps? But then why would she? Nay, there is naught to be gained from such conjecture. I can't help but note that instead of slipping into Gosetsu's room and knifing him, she ran away to kill herself. So I
because
think...
she could not suffer his kindness.
Well, yeah, but if she were just like her old self, she would have killed him first.
Mm-hmm.
For daring to look down on her and pity her. Among other things. So I think Gosetsu's the key to dealing with her. Because he really got to her and affected her. We have recovered the Norris's remains and will hold the cremation anon. Would that they had never again set foot in Doma. Yeah, they deserved what they got, but they caused more problems than their deaths solved. I broke the news to Gosetsu myself. He was quiet. I think it best that he be allowed some time alone with his thoughts. Conscripts and contingencies. What are these? Grade 2 infusion of strength.
Stat potions for high-end content.
Yeah.
Useless for us because it's Stormblood high-end content, but...
Yeah. So, my friends, that which we feared has come to pass. Yotsuyu has regained her memory and returned to the Imperial fold. It is, by any measure, a cruel twist, not least for Kosetsu, but one which does not invalidate our agreement. According to the terms of the contract, we were bound to surrender Yotsuyu into the Garlean's hands should her condition improve prior to the hour of the exchange. By that reckoning, all is, if not as it should be, then as it must be. This I can accept. But what I cannot accept are the unconscionable lengths to which Asahi went to achieve this outcome. Given his recent conduct and his apparent admiration for Xenos, it is plain he cannot be trusted. And that is to say nothing of the unexplained containers he insists on bringing to our meetings. Whatever the ambassador is planning, I think it unlikely our negotiations will end peacefully. In the event of hostilities, the safety of the conscripts must be our first concern. As such, I would have an escape route in place before the meeting begins. Ooh, what if... Hang on. What if the boxes are full of crystals and he's going to summon a primal? A wise precaution. If the main structure of Castrum Fluminis is to be the stage for the exchange, then I believe a thorough inspection is in order. The Citadel has stood empty ever since the Imperial withdrawal. While we took steps to ensure that it could not be defended by an occupying force, it is entirely possible that the ambassador has arranged things there to his advantage. I will slip inside and make certain we have an unobstructed exit. Pray allow me to join you. I have some experience of Imperial facilities, and should matters take a turn for the worse, I would hope to be of at least some use. Very good. That should be enough to guarantee us a way out of the castrum. Beyond that, however, we will need a ship to ferry the conscripts back to the Enclave. Even with every skiff we have, it would take several trips to evacuate everyone. A Confederate Sekibune, on the other hand, would require only a single run and leave us far less vulnerable on the water. Assuming, of course, Rasho can be convinced to part with one. Might I take the lead on this? I've had dealings with Rasho and his pirates before. And I won't be alone, will I, Lore? Everybody's volunteering me for things today. I mean, I'm going to say yes, but you could at least, ask. You can count on me. Much appreciated. I quite fancy parlaying with pirates again. It's just a shame Lise won't be there to reprise her role. I am certain you would make a persuasive pair, but I think I will accompany you to these negotiations all the same. My lord, the ruler of Doma should not be seen consorting with common brigands. Come now, Yugiri. They stood with us against the Empire. If we would ask their aid once more, we must treat with them as equals. My presence shall serve to demonstrate our sincerity. Indeed, my lord. Pray forgive my presumption. By your leave, Master Alphino and I shall be about our task. And we should be on our way to Onokoro. Time is short, and Rasho may take some convincing. Frey fuming on the sidelines every time we get volunteered. Frey's in a box. I do not let Frey out of the box. She can suck it. Alright, Onokoro.
Yeah. I do actually, love Asahi as a villain because, it's a constant refrain with FF14 that, we're never allowed to do anything in cutscenes, but, Asahi, legitimately set this whole shindig up so that, we really can't do anything in cutscenes, because he is in fact an emissary with diplomatic immunity.
Yeah.
So
I would love to kill the man.
Yeah, as much as we would love to just like whip out a sword and start slashing at him when he starts pulling this shit, we actually can't, because that would start a war.
Yep.
Oh, well, resume a war.
Resume a war, yes.
Enclosed in this envelope is a paper that outlines all of our conditions and preferences.
That's the wrong quest.
Oh, whoops. If there's anything Mistress Kikumo would like to amend or add, assure her that the Confederacy is open to negotiations. What quest was that for? I don't remember.
That was like it was like a follow-up to a Ethernet, or to an Ether quest, where like you're opening up trade between
the underwater town.
Yeah.
Ah, I gotcha. Well, we'll go back to ignoring that.
Yeah, it doesn't have the MSQ marker around the quest objective.
Yeah. In my mind, Yotsuyu is deserving of only one fate. Memory loss be damned. If you don't have the stones for it, we would be happy to take on the burden. We'll be over nice and swift.
How would it be swift? Your weapon is a ball on a stick. That'd take a little while to kill, I think.
Now there's a face I did not expect to see. What brings the noble lord of Doma into the company of bilge rats such as we? If you've come to offer Doman chains in place of Garlean ones, then I'm afraid you've wasted a trip. And what fine subjects you would make! With your fleet at our disposal, our restoration efforts would be hastened tenfold. But let us speak seriously. I stand before you not to demand your fealty, but to request your aid once more. Want to pull one over on the Garleans? Mayhap you are confused. Doma's liberation was but a means to an end. We aided you only to save ourselves. Now we have no such incentive. We have sworn no oath to you, and will not come running like hounds at their master's whistle. What if we pay you? And I would not presume to treat you thus. I come to petition your cooperation as an ally of equal standing. Equal standing, you say? Seems a bit lopsided to me. Where's the profit for us in all of this? Profit? Must you always think in such short-sighted terms? Have you ever heard of doing the right thing? Hien puts a hand over Alice's mouth. Have you ever heard of pirates, little miss? You'll find we're simple souls. You pay our tithe, you sail in peace. Deny us our due, and we take it by force. We'll pull you out of the water if we see you drowning, but we are not in the business of doing something for nothing. Calm yourself, Mistress Alice. We did not come here to moralize. We came here to talk, and there is more to be said. According to records recovered after the liberation, relatives of your Doman-born brethren were among those conscripted into the Imperial Army. And, as you may be aware, we recently negotiated the return of said conscripts. Many, alas, will arrive to find no families waiting for them, no homes to grant them shelter. I would ask that you offer them a place in the Confederacy. You would not be rescuing strangers, but welcoming brothers and sisters into your ranks. And has not the Confederacy been in need of new recruits? Wait, hang on. You're offering up your people to be pirates the moment they get back to Doma? What the fuck, Hien?
I think it's if they want to. Like, to give
it's
them,
like,
you know...
I mean, we're about to take in a whole bunch of refugees. Good recruiting opportunities. Just saying.
Yeah. You seem well informed of our affairs, Lord Hien. The losses we suffered at the Garleans' hands are no secret. But since we drove them out of Doma, the Ruby Sea has come alive with traders and travelers. So many vessels to tax, so few pirates to tax them. We could do with some more hands on deck, and doubly so if they're familiar with the inner workings of the Empire.
It's a good strategy.
Yeah. Very well. The Confederacy agrees to your request. You will have your ship. But before that, you must do something for me. The vessel I have in mind was damaged during your battle with the Empire. Though we have mended her, she has yet to be declared seaworthy. So you're giving us a broken ship. How are we supposed to repair that in the next 5 hours? She is sound enough down below. When you load her up with conscripts and the waterline rises, those upper planks had best be free of cracks. Assuming you want your people to stay dry, you will do me the favor of swimming around the hull to check for weaknesses. That is, if Doman lords are not averse to getting their robes wet. Ah, it's a dominance play. Not this Doman lord. If we each inspect a third of the ship, it shall be done in a trice. That's the spirit. The ship is moored at Quickscape Pier. Our apprentice shipwright will be on deck to hear your report. Look for a lad named Ihanashi. And I thought I had a knack for parleying with pirates. For the record, my previous attempt was an unmitigated success. And yes, I should have quit while I was ahead.
I love Alice.
Yeah, she's great. Well, well. I thought the rumors exaggerated. The young lord lives up to his reputation. The Sekibune is moored at Quickscape Piers with Nashi. So Yotsuyu found her way back to the Imperials, did she? I did warn you about being merciful. Excuse me.
Whoops. Went a little low.
Upon closer inspection, you spot a small crack in one of the planks. And on the other side.
Found Alice over here, and she says, "For once, I'm glad Yugiri isn't here. I doubt she would have taken kindly to a pirate invited Hien to inspect his hull."
The problem with the Confederacy is you can either treat them as a criminal organization who cannot be suffered to exist in the long term, or you can treat them as a legitimate sovereign entity. When you need a favor from them, there's really only one viable option. Yeah, they're currently too powerful, and Doma is too weak for Doma to have an advantageous antagonistic relationship with them. So, as much as I hate to say it, Doma has to treat with them as a sovereign entity.
This game always gives really interesting political questions.
For once, I'm actually... Oh, right.
Yeah, I just read that because I wasn't really confident that you would find Alice on your own.
That's fair.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. You can mount up in the water, so like you didn't need to swim to shore to summon a mount.
I am the shipwright, apprentice shipwright. Did you find anything that might need attention? The section I inspected seems solid enough. On the port side near the bow, you say? All right, I'll have a look and see what I can do. My apologies. I seem to have lagged behind. I could float in that gentle sea all day. Otherwise, I am happy to report no visible cracking or holes in my section of the hull. You're Lord Hien! The captain sent you to inspect the hull. Kami, have mercy. Forgive us this discourtesy, my lord. 'Tis quite all right. In fact, I rather enjoyed it. I take it you are of Doma? I really like the detail that Hien's got short hair at the bottom of his skull that isn't long enough to be tied up in his ponytail.
Yeah.
Like, that's a fun character design detail. Yes, my lord. The Imperials took my father away after the uprising, and I had nowhere else to turn. The Confederacy became my family. But someone told me they're releasing the conscripts now. Maybe my father will be among them. Not that I can go back. There's no leaving once you've joined. And Hien, you're going to consign Domans to that fate? How fares Our Lady? Is she seaworthy? Captain, we found a small crack in the port side, but I'll have it fixed before you know it. I see you have met the boy. Did he tell you his story? He babbles when he is nervous. That was part of your intentional play. Should his father be among the conscripts, as he hopes, I mean to give him the choice to leave this life. If he so chooses, I expect you to see that they are provided for. That's magnanimous of you. I have heard that those who join the Confederacy forswear all ties with kin and homeland. Is that oath so easily put aside? If I allow it. I seen him the lad I was 25 years ago. You say the words, you mean them, but the yearning for home still lingers. My family is long dead, and I know this life is my lot. But he has scarce dipped his toes with us. If there is a life for him in Doma, he should have the chance to live it. Well said. The Empire's conquest has uprooted many and more. Be it in Yansha or out on the Ruby Sea, we have a duty to ensure that Ionachi and others like him are free to dwell where they desire. Oh, I was about to say something. Hang on. You know, dude, you could still leave this life behind, become a naval defense force instead of pirates taking advantage of people. You could go legit. Then the matter is settled. I will make preparations to cast off. Well, my friends, it seems we have our ship. Let us return to the Enclave. Back to the Enclave. Oh, you're teleporting us. Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Alphino tells me they had little trouble finding a suitable route out of the castrum, but he won't say much more than that. If I didn't know better, I'd think he was hiding something, though I can't imagine what. We found the castrum's tower unoccupied, and betraying no signs of recent activity. Only shadows and echoes awaited us there. Alphino seemed oddly reluctant to linger, but I saw not to concern us. The castrum was deserted. Quite deserted. It was a simple matter to plot the surest path out. Hence our swiftness. Why are you stammering, Alphino? What happened? It seems Yugiri and Alphino completed their task before us. They have been waiting. We scouted the structure and determined the swiftest path to safety. In the event of hostilities, we will lead the conscripts outside with all possible haste. From there, the Confederacy has pledged a ship to ferry us across the One River. Now we have but to attend the exchange, and pray to the Kami these precautions were unnecessary. These are useless, so I'm just going to take intelligence. Alright, I sense this is a good break point for like a
let's keep going.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Oh, it's not about to kick off yet? Okay.
Well, I mean, it is, but like, let's let it kick off and then take a break.
Fair enough. primary agreement. While we were putting our contingency plans in place, I left Hakuro in charge of organizing transport for the Imperial prisoners. He will see they arrive at the appointed hour, leaving us free to rendezvous with our Confederate allies. Come, they await us on the riverbank, not far from the castrum.
Best way out of here is to use the Aetheryte to teleport to the One River.
One!
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 One. What?
I can only count to 4. I can only count to 4.
Yeah, more showed me that. What's really funny is, just last night, right around the Lore sent me that video again last night, because it's always fun to watch. And right around the time that you sent me that, my D&D group was contemplating characters for a Vampire the Masquerade campaign. So that has me going, now there's an idea. It's a terrible idea, but...
Oh, it's a terrible, horrible, awful idea. Isn't that the best kind of idea for D&D?
Yes.
Also, when it comes to Snapcube, I don't know why nobody talks about it, but as far as I'm concerned, the funniest moment in the entirety that they've ever done is when Shadow is trying to think up of sins to do. Eggman flies by and he just goes, "New idea."
Adultery.
God, the Shadow dub was so good.
Shadow dub is so good. Anyway.
Oh my God. Ryan Mitchum is, no joke, my favorite Shadow voice actor. Like, he does such a fun job in that one.
Anyway.
I can die happy tomorrow.
Do not worry about the ship. It will be where it needs to be, with Tonsui at the helm. The tower rather spoils the view across the river, does it not? I concede we might perhaps have chosen a less ominous place to conduct the exchange. Ah, yeah, that is pretty ominous. Would that we had some hint as to the ambassador's intentions. Had we not prepared for the worst, I should be wary of going through with this at all. No, the Shadow movie is not out. We're talking about the Snapcube fan dub, which apparently Milena has never heard of. Milena has never heard of the Snapcube fan dubs of the Sonic games, and now I have to show them to her after the stream.
Yes.
No matter what Asahi throws at us, we cannot let that monster have his way. My only concern is the safe return of our people. That is what my lord wishes, and that is what shall be done.
The Shadow Dub in particular has just ruined my D&D group because we cannot talk about devils in D&D without saying a devil from the Bible.
It's me, Shadow, the devil. God, she does such a good job with that role. She is the highlight of the Shadow dub. Your party is assembled, then? Aye, and ready for what lies ahead, I trust. Lest there be any confusion, though, the tower across the water is to be the scene of the exchange. That and whatever else Asahi has planned. But regardless of the ambassador's intentions, we will bring our people home. Yugiri, you are to evacuate the conscripts at the first sign of trouble. Yes, my lord. We, meanwhile, shall cover their escape and lend what support we can. Your ship awaits you at the Castrum's loading docks. She will see you safely home. Oh, yeah, I should explain what the fan dubs are. So, Snapcube gets together a group of her friends, and has them watch an edited video of a game, and do dubs of all the characters in one take, like from start to finish, one take. What they do is what you get, and it is hysterically funny.
I remember somebody did a similar format with Steven Universe, and those videos were pretty funny, but pretty hard to find nowadays.
Oh,
Anyway,
you escaped from me 17 times. How many times are we going to do this? At least 18.
Your ship awaits you. Then all stand ready to play their part. Come, let us be about it. Sudden glowy pillar. Alright, I wonder if those are crystals in those boxes.
At last, the hour has come. The conclusion to these negotiations will mark a new beginning for Dorma and the Empire. A first step on the road to peaceful coexistence.
Indeed. We are ready to proceed with the exchange when you are. Forgive my curiosity, Ambassador, but is there a purpose to these containers you bring with you?
Oh, the supply crates. They are filled with materials we hoped might be of use in Dorma's restoration. I meant to gift them to you at our last meeting, but we had so much else to discuss.
Kian turns to him. Okay, cool. But what are they really?
How very generous. I confess I had not expected such compassion. Welcome though it is. But then I was also surprised by the news that one of our captives had delivered herself into your custody ahead of time. A minor discrepancy I shall overlook in the spirit of the occasion.
Are you perhaps referring to me, Lord?
Oh, she's dressed up again. All right.
You know it's bad when they get the pipe out.
Yotsuyu.
Orphan of the Naori, widow of Sashihai, and acting Viceroy of Dorma. You and your people are mine to govern, mine to punish.
Well, well. It would seem your shattered mind is mended. As per our agreement with the Ambassador, you are free to return with him to the Empire. Your authority as acting Viceroy, however, is no longer recognized here.
And here comes the surprise of what's in the boxes.
My position is not for you to decide,
Little lordling. All who resist the rule of the Empire must be purged. Such was the order given to me by Lord Xenos himself. I will reign here in this putrid, pestilent swamp until the last of you has been broken.
Is Asahi setting her up?
This land shall know no dawn. I will spew forth darkness and drown all in eternal night. And high above you I shall shine, uncaring, cold, and distant as the moon!
Yep, I knew it. Who's she gonna be?
What has she done?
Who's she gonna be?
Oh gods, this is a summoning.
All right, guys, everyone but me, leave the room now. I tend to guess that sort of thing, but can you guess which one? She's spewing forth darkness and the light of the moon. Which summons are associated with that? Oh, what summon do you get from Doma in Final Fantasy VI?
Alexander.
Oh, well, never mind then. I have no idea. All right, guys, leave. Now!
The visuals on this song are incredible.
I do not recognize this one.
I believe this one is actually new.
A Dorman citizen has called forth an icon in direct violation of our primary agreement. The negotiations have failed. Abandon the captives and make preparations to withdraw.
It's kind of summoning as historically not tempered bystanders, at least. Well, the ones who did this were not interested in tempering bystanders.
Can't really trust Yotsuyu to not do that, though.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, she just wants to kill people.
Well, that's true, actually, yeah.
Disobey me, Pilus, and you disobey the Emperor. Make preparations to withdraw! Now!
You know,
As you command.
it makes me wonder if Asahi was sent here on a legit mission and he's unilaterally sabotaging it. Interesting possibility. Doran was interested in tempering, that's true.
My lord, you must fall back!
Okay, listen. Yugiri and the twins, leave now. But Hien especially leave. We cannot have you get tempered. That would be a fucking disaster.
You ask me to run?
A strategic withdrawal, or leave this to me? A strategic withdrawal.
Leave this to me.
Spare my pride, would you? I know this foe is beyond me. The field is yours.
He said, against such a foe, I would be more
We will
hindrance than
withdraw,
help. The field
but not
is
without
yours.
our countrymen. I want every soul accounted for. Every soul.
My lord.
Yeah, you guys, leave this to me. It's fine. Good. Now I don't have to worry about you guys getting fucking brainwashed.
I knew you would not flee. I see now the strength which flows from that baleful light of yours. Tsukuyomi, goddess of the moon and divinity of night. What power can compare to such celestial majesty?
So yeah, this is a wholly original summon.
Yeah, named after a Japanese god.
Yeah.
I shall plunge all I despise into darkness. And within that black abyss, even your light shall
She looks so cool.
and fade.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Come, let us cast the stalks and look upon the fate of Doma. I see a future in which the sun sets on this wretched land. Once and for all!
Yeah, okay, we don't need to worry about her tempering anyone. She just wants to kill everyone.
Told you.
Then again, knowing her sadism, she may decide to just show up in a village, temper everyone, and have them kill each other.
Which is just the same thing with extra steps.
Yeah.
Castrum Volumen is now accessible.
Alright, so, anybody who wants to join, we're going to take a break, and after that, we're going to get going.
Yeah, I will pass party leader to one of you guys, so you guys can assemble the team, unless you guys want to leave for a break.
Yeah, make it. I'll just pop to the bathroom again, quick.
Yeah, I can start inviting people. Just going to start with whoever's in the FC. Go.
I mean, ask in chat. It's first come, first serve.
I mean,
yeah, that's how we do it. Ask in chat.
I know.
All right, I'll be back in a few minutes.
Sanctorum and Conjurer, who are you in game? Don't know character names. Cynthia. Why did I not put Cynthia on my friends list on this character? Damn it. Oh, there you are. What's Talmios's character name? fighting Malena. And that's a full party. At the moment, we have 3 healers.
I'm back.
It looks like we have a full and complete party.
Spectacular.
I just did that ready check to make sure that everybody was in the correct roles. I was not expecting people to actually be ready while Laura is still AFK. Background music in this area is nice and dramatic. Otherwise, I would have suggested that we forgo the usual "we'll be right back" screen and have Laura just put that one Benny G video on a loop. Those of you in chat already know exactly what the video I am talking about, I am sure.
There are a lot of Benny G videos. I'm trying to think of which one.
The most relevant one. I put it in Twitch chat just in case.
Oh, 1 second. Got a bot seller. Let's get rid of them. Oh! I forgot about this one. Which is weird because, you know, JoJo.
Yeah.
Meteor do get an rotation. Dragon kick, dragon kick, dragon kick, dragon kick.
Oh, there you go. There are so many good Benny G videos.
There really are. How did I forget a massive JoJo reference? Jeez. This is me.
Like, even if it's not a JoJo vet reference, it's like a perfect 10-second video.
Yeah.
All right, back. Everybody set
Party,
up?
we are assembled. Everybody's in the right roles. We are ready to go.
Cool. Pass me party leader.
Sure.
Excuse me.
I get nervous every time I have to do that because the promote button and the kick from party button are right next to each other in the menu.
We just get everybody ready to kick Lauren going without him.
That's not it. Where is
I
it?
guess you are still on the BRB screen.
Oh, whoops.
We're just going to do the entire boss fight in the bottom corner of the screen.
All right. So it's not in the dungeons.
It's a trial.
Yeah. There it is. Okay. It was early in it because the trial series is after it. A Kojin relic.
You're still on. We'll be right back. Oh no, never mind.
No.
And also
okay.
don't forget.
Shane, just as I said it.
The actual thing is Silence Echo.
Yes. No, the actual thing is minimum item level, not Silence Echo.
Both of them.
A
Silence
Kojin...
Echo is important. Silence Echo is important if we actually wipe.
Yeah. A Kojin relic, a hidden trove of crystals. Through these tools of ritual summoning, the restored Yotsuyu is reborn as Tsukuyomi, divinity of night and lady of the moon. This being of celestial majesty would rule from on high and drown the lands of Doma in eternal darkness. Will your light shield Hien and his people, or will it flicker and fail before the encroaching abyss? That's a very good intro. Let's do it. Also, you've got a bigger than usual delay on the stream die because
yeah, I'm gonna give it a refresh.
Yeah, I changed that
like a full minute before you said anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I seem to have that issue with a lot of streams where I'm further behind most people.
Alright. Intro cuts.
It's PAL versus NTSC.
I mean, it...
She's gonna blow smoke on us for an attack, isn't she?
It's the Moon Goddess versus the Bunny Girl.
I did notice the rabbit ears.
Yeah, because it's based on the Japanese myth of the rabbit on the moon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Bunny God versus Bunny Devil. Which is which?
That is a good question, actually. I'll take the title of Bunny Devil. Bunny on bunny violence.
It's going to be a long night.
This music is very good.
Yeah, it is. Share the torment.
Get away from the one that just dropped.
Your end is near.
And then it's the middle where it's opened up.
Oh, how did I get hit?
You were a little slow.
Oh, damn it. Oh, I ran out of time on my elemental gauge because I was running away from stuff.
Triple cast lets you run without having to worry about casting.
That's true.
We will get you to remember you have options at some point.
Oh, there's an ad.
Yep, there's the smoke you were talking about.
Lord, that's a stack. Stop moving!
She has a really good blue magic spell. It's a massive AoE that does a lot of damage and gives a potent 60-second dot.
Will be all the sweeter.
Wow, okay. Why does it fade away? It feeds on my spite, on my suffering. Oh, what's she gonna turn into?
To you.
And forth, shades of the dead, curse my name, strike my body, fill my soul with blackest malice.
Spectre of the matriarch, spectre of the patriarch. They have come to attack her.
Again.
There is a gauge on screen. It's his suffering.
Yeah, I noticed.
Spectre of the Empire and Spectre of the Homeland are fighting each other over her.
Oh, there was still one alive behind all your character names.
Asahi. I was crawling through my rotten heart.
Oh, there's Xenos. I've come to deliver judgment for my failure. Cut me down, then. Surely it is a simple task. Maybe. Hey! Gosetsu! Ow. Ow. Excuse me. You must survive, Tsuyu. The kami spared us, and we cannot repay that boon in death. I don't think she's living past this fight, man. Perhaps, but it is too late for me. There can be no redemption. The night bloom shall flower here upon the site of my demise. Oh,
That's
shit.
Ribbon.
That's a blue mage spell. That's cool.
In darkness leads the spider lily. From mortal I rise anew. Refuse with night, I shall prevail.
You'll get a debuff based on the floor. Keep swapping sides. You don't want it to hit 5 stacks on what you do.
Okay. So every time it swaps, I swap?
You do have enough little leeway for it, like, you can get 3 or 4 stacks, but if it hits 5, that's when you will die.
Gotcha.
Music's great.
Yep.
Yep. So, the Yansha Day night themes are called Mother's Pride and Father's Pride, and they are both remixed into this track, Wayward Daughter.
Cool. Alright, we've got it down below 50.
Okay, here come the fans again. Find where the last one's going to land and then move from there back to there.
Made it. Cool. And I successfully did Umbral Soul to keep my elemental gauge from that. Aren't you proud of me?
Nicely
That's a good one.
%40.
With night, I shall prevail.
Shit. Oh, I didn't make it out. It keeps stacking on me. 20%.
They actually have a very cool mechanic in the Extreme version related to the whole floor effect. I'll explain later.
Grind you under my heel.
Multi-stack, the stairs stacked up when you go in the middle.
Oh, I'm dead.
As soon as you res, drop an LB.
On it. $51,000 damage. I love it.
Nice.
Awesome.
Lore keeps getting stepped up by Yotsuyu. That's not fair.
Oh, she looks different now. Interesting. Alright, I hate to say it, but we should probably just kill her. Is there anything in the arena that looks cool besides her? I guess we all stand over her and loom.
Yeah, I know, looming over here feels weird.
Actually, that's a fair point.
You can stand over here. There's like crates in the background, which is something.
It's got the door.
Yeah.
Right. Yep, Ott, you're in a good place. Yeah, smidge. Yep, nope. Yep, okay. Okay, yeah, that's a good lineup.
Cheapest time. Oh, that was weird. I paused motion and then everybody slightly turned towards me, ever so slightly.
Well, that's like, creepy.
Yeah, like that normally happens when there's motion, not when everyone has just frozen in time.
So I assume there's some of 4.3 left after this, but not like another hour and a half. But
definitely not.
Yeah, but I don't
I think we should do. I mean, we still have those. Heaven's Ward dungeons to do, the relic dungeons. We can just podcast for a bit while grinding through those.
True. Or we would be able to if Dai had finished Rebirth.
You can podcast about other things.
Sorry, I've got my PS5 all set up now, so that I've got an M2 to expand it. So I've been meaning to actually do stuff with it again.
I don't know if I trust myself to operate on my PS5 to get a larger hard drive.
Come visit. I'll handle it for you.
Well, I mean, just buy a PS5 Pro. That's a good deal. That would take some of the problem.
You joke, but if it weren't something I already had, I would be tempted to get the 30th anniversary one that's designed to look like a PS1.
Okay, that actually is kind of cool.
Yeah, like that one's legit, but
yeah, like the 7. The funniest thing about the PS5 Pro is the fact that it doesn't even come with the stand, which you need nowadays. Like, they didn't design these freaking things to stand up on their own anymore.
Oh,
and
I saw the stand that you can buy for it. It's so much less robust than the one that comes with the base PS5.
Why?
It's so
How much does it cost? I bet it must. Does it cost like more than $20?
Let's find out.
Like
PS5
like if they charge more than like $5, it's a crime. But I'm curious to like see how mad I should get about that.
Vertical stand for PS5 consoles, $29.94.
Jesus. Well, like the thing is, like you need that to like. The PS5 can't even lay on its side either.
Yeah,
like you need to stand either way.
This is like when they started doing DSs, but without the charger.
Yeah.
Wait, they started selling DSs without the charger?
Yeah.
That's a ripoff.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it was less of that was slightly less of an issue because, like, at that point, they kind of assumed, correctly in my case, and I'm sure many others, is that, like, you already had your charger from your last DS. But, yeah, still.
There is a PS5 Pro model that looks like a PS1. It's the 30th anniversary one. It's not shaped like a PS1, but it's colored like a PS1. And it's got the rainbow PS1 logos and stuff. And the controller is colored like a PS1 controller.
The gray, yeah.
The gray and the buttons are all colored like a PS1 controller. It's very cool.
Yeah.
And it's $700.
How's this one?
Ooh, that's very good. Removal.
Oh god. Alright.
Sounds like it meets approval.
That is pretty good. Which one of you is the it's Ott, okay.
Yeah, it's Ott the Pictomancer.
I don't want to do this for every thumbnail, but we should try to have Pictomancers on the team every once in a while so we can do silly shit like this.
Yeah.
The best part, here's my favorite part about that, is that the big Moogle attack is stronger than any Black Mage spell.
Well, it takes two actions to do, so I think that's fair.
Oh, no.
That is in fact the trade-off.
Actually, it takes 5. You have
Yeah.
to pay to use it, and then use the Moogle.
I am satisfied with the fact that my actual DPS played optimally is higher than a Pictomancer's.
Not right now.
Really?
Right now, yeah.
Pictomancer is stronger than Black Mage?
Yeah, but it should be noted they tend to overtune the new jobs and then adjust everything around them.
To make them more attractive and exciting.
But more due to the fact that they can't fully balance something without seeing it in action properly out in the wild. So they're more likely they prefer They prefer to like overtune it and then buff everything else to match it, rather than do any nerfs.
Anyway,
Milena, no, the regular PS5 is bright white with a black center to the console. It is not gray. Okay, cool.
Anyway.
Oh,
Onwards.
by the way, I'll just mention that extreme mechanic. So you know when the floor becomes white and black? In the extreme version, either the white or the black will start to grow in causing like a crescent shape, basically waxing or waning, and then 3 meteors will drop. Where those meteors drop, they will take the colour from the floor and then explode later, creating a patch of that colour. And because the floor is waning or waxing until it is just one solid colour, you have to drop the rocks in the thinner part, the crescent, so that they'll explode and give you the opposite colour to what everything else is to save you.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it's a very complicated little mechanic.
So, Black Mage doesn't have the higher DPS than Pictomancer. Which class is more complicated?
That's actually kind of a good question. I've been toying around with both of them, and I find Pictomancer a little swirlier to get around.
How much of that is you not being used to it yet, though?
Yeah, that is the question.
It's complicated.
A big part of it, honestly, is just the fact that Pictomancer has a lot of really long cast times, like even beyond the shit that Black Mage has to put up with, and so balancing those and just figuring out when to use those versus when to use your instant casts is there's a lot of shit to juggle.
Yeah.
And you're juggling all of this while building up resources for your burst phase, and if you miss your burst window, then you just fuck everything up, and it's just it's a bit, So it kind of feels like a combination of Black Mage and Dragoon that way.
When you get in the cutscene, can you speak the first line? Because I accidentally started along before you.
Sure.
But yeah, Pictomancer at the moment,
I just entered the cutscene. Hang on.
Oh, okay, no worries. I'll wait. We can wait.
Voice cutscene. We'll continue the conversation about Pictomancer when we're podcasting.
Panting. Oh, shit. Okay. Dull surprise on my face, and then I'm just like, yeah, I'm okay with that.
You really must learn to finish the job.
I was gonna get to it.
'Tis true that a gaudy mirror and a handful of crystals make for a feeble summoning. But even the weakest icon is a god of sorts. A threat that must be put down. My, such hostility! These beings are the sworn enemies of the Empire. I merely did my duty as an Imperial officer.
Oh, I never said the line, did I? I'm sorry.
Don't worry, I figured where you were from your comments.
Will you surrender to anger then? Slay an anointed emissary to avenge a fallen foe?
No.
You cannot, of course! To do so would burn the bridges we have labored so hard to build.
You already burned those bridges, Asahi.
Oh, but I'm forgetting. They're already ash. This doorman woman has seen to that. The Empire cannot ally itself with any nation that refuses to renounce summoning. I believe I was most clear on that point.
Oh, that death glare. Ooh. You do realize you just
should have been mine.
You do realize you just told me that there's no reason not to kill you anymore, right? Asahi?
I'm not entirely sure he does, to be honest. Kind of an idiot that way.
Maybe Gosetsu will kill him.
The power he bestowed upon her. I should have been the one to govern Doma. I would have repaid his faith.
No one alive loves him more than I!
There is no straight explanation for any of this.
Oh, absolutely not.
Betrayed his trust. Useless piece of filth. Worthless whore.
Oh, stabbed him straight in the balls. Oh.
Thank you, dear brother, for this precious gift. Vengeance.
He explodes like Frieza with Krillin.
I doubt we'll get angry enough for Super Saiyan over that, though.
These people, our people, they ignore the corruption which festers beneath the surface. Cast aside that which is dirty and broken. Speak not of things which would disrupt their dreary little lives.
Well, that's a change of tune.
Like you, Asahi. Always pretending not to see. You were the first. The first I swore to kill.
Well, now's your chance. I'm not going to stop you. Oh, his teeth are chattering.
Such bliss. I had thought my hunger insatiable. But now I am satisfied.
She casts Implosion.
You should feel honored, dear brother. I saved the last of my strength, just for you.
Good for her, seriously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah.
What's the matter? The Witch of Doma will soon
Turns
be
out she
dead.
just had to kill Asahi. Murdering half of Doma was pointless. Yeah, I was about to say.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, these are both really good dialogue options.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Oh, how do I choose between these? You know what? I am going to say... this is hard. This is hard.
Honestly, when it comes to this character, I personally tend to say, Tsuyu deserved better. Yotsuyu got everything she deserved.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think that saying Gosetsu will mourn you is both a kind thing to say and a little bit of a twist to the knife. And I kind of like that.
I'll pick the other one then.
Gosetsu will mourn you.
Tsuyu deserved a kind of it.
He will mourn Tsuyu, perhaps.
Her happiness was never to be.
I wonder,
in this world.
Was the fruit as sweet as he remembered?
She deserves so much better. Yeah, she deserves so much better as a child. She deserved to die for what she did as an adult. Tsuyu deserved better than this.
And Yotsuyu got what was coming to her.
Yeah. Oh, come on, not a crystal seizure. I want to just stomp on his neck.
Lord Xenos. I am at your disposal.
Yotsuyu got everything she deserved, including her ultimate revenge. Ooh. I like that. So this is recent.
Asai, you were born of Doma, yes?
Yes, my lord. I am honored that you would remember me. How may I serve?
You are hereby appointed Ambassador Plenipotentiary and empowered to speak with the voice of the Emperor. Return to your native land of Doma and announce your intention to sue for peace.
For peace?
Once negotiations are underway, you are to locate the acting Viceroy.
She lives? That is to say, I will, my lord.
How does Xenos know she's alive?
When you have found her, you will initiate a ritual to
Oh wait, no,
an icon.
the Empire was
I will
looking
instruct
for
you
her
in the
before
necessary
Asahi even
steps.
showed up.
Yotsuyu's faith is unreliable. But as a child raised to believe in the Kami, she will serve as a vessel for one of the Kojin's gods. She need only wish it to be so.
The question is, how is Xenos alive? Yeah, but that's the question I asked last time.
The power will seem a gift, but the icon's essence will consume her. She will be no more than a husk, a slave to whim and desire.
You would know firsthand, Xenos.
My lord, ever since the day you saw fit to save my miserable life, I have dreamed of repaying your benevolence. Upon my honor, I swear to devote myself wholly to your service. All that you command will be done, no matter the cost.
Xenos is like, yeah, that's nice. Go do it. Nancy VT, thank you for the follow. Welcome aboard.
Hello.
One sec.
fear the subtleties of your plan yet elude me. From the reports I have heard, the champion who aids the Doman resistance would make short work of a single icon.
The icon is merely a message. The pacifist teachings of the Populares spread through this city like a plague. And I would remind the people of the threat we face. You will be my chosen agent. The hand which tolls the warning bell. The salvation of this world will not be won through the signing of treaties.
He just fucks everything he touches up.
Mm-hmm. Your chosen agent. I will not fail you, my lord.
So now I know that Xenos is alive.
My master, Lord Xenos, he will come for you.
Well, that didn't work out for him last time. What do you think? What makes you think it'll work out this time?
You have prevailed, I see.
Why are you back? I didn't say you could come back. When I say leave the room with the primal Hien, you get out and you stay out.
You should know by now that that never works, Lore. I don't know why you keep thinking that that will happen.
I didn't think it would happen. I'm scolding him for going against it.
She is gone. Wherefore did the Kami spare us, only to inflict this pain?
Was he about to lose his faith? I was wondering when Gosetsu would come into play here, but I'm a little sad he didn't come in while she was still alive.
That would have been even worse.
Death shall not want for company this day. You spared us a worse disaster, but I fear our fledgling peace with the Empire was beyond saving.
Lord Hien!
Yeah, we have another problem, Hien. Have I filled him in yet? Maxima. What do you want?
Maxima, is it not? I assumed you long fled.
I entertain thoughts of escape even now, but our negotiations have yet to reach a satisfying conclusion. The ambassador insisted that the summoning spelled an end to our mission here, but it seemed to me there was more to the tale.
Xenos was behind this plot.
I have heard tell of this power you wield. And in your vision, you witnessed Lord Xenos giving these orders.
Ooh, is he part of the pacifist faction?
And how can it be?
We got the
Xenos
same line,
is
by the way.
dead. He took his own life after the battle in Alamigo.
What?
We got the same line despite the different options.
Ah.
I saw his body with my own eyes.
Forgive me, but Lord Xenos is very much alive. He granted our party an audience prior to our departure. That he was gravely wounded is certain, but his recovery appeared to be proceeding apace.
Yeah, how the fuck did that happen?
I'm afraid I share Lord Hien's confusion. The man's death was confirmed and his remains interred. These are matters of public record.
I saw him slit his own throat.
You have
I
to
have
let
no
me drink
doubt you
it.
believe what you say. But what then is the explanation? That an imposter has infiltrated the innermost circle of the Imperial Court, The idea is inconceivable, absurd, but worthy of investigation nonetheless. Our movement can ill afford to have a highly placed pretender undermining our efforts.
Your efforts may yet bear fruit. Tell me, what is to become of our prisoner exchange? Though we have already taken custody of our conscripts, we have yet to release your Imperial comrades. Do you still intend to collect them?
Yes. As the late ambassador's
Kian
second
salvaging
in
the
command,
peace
it falls to
deal.
me to speak on the Empire's behalf.
Jumping on the opportunity.
And I'm happy to confirm our intent to proceed according to the original agreement.
He's a clever man.
Yeah, Kian's like, ooh, okay. This is back in play.
Then let us be about it. 'Twould be a pity to abandon such a promising beginning.
And here's the thing.
Indeed. You have my thanks, Lord Hien.
Hien already
As soon as our
has
people
what he
secure
wants.
aboard our airship,
He
we
has the
depart straightways
conscripts.
for
He's
Garlemald.
still in control of the prisoners. He doesn't have to give Maxima shit. But he recognizes that this is an opportunity to salvage the deal that he came here for, and at minimum, fuck with the Empire's heads. And I'm just realizing, give this movement more sway, more clout, because they successfully negotiated this.
And have a swath of Imperial citizens that will have developed a respect for Doma due to this being granted freedom from them, despite despite the deal already going awry.
I don't know how much the details of what just happened will filter down to them, but
yeah, but like these people are effectively like a chaff grenade in the middle of a computer room. That in terms of ideology, surely.
Don't really know what you're saying, but okay, sure.
I sense.
He's saying that that giving these prisoners of war to this guy to take home will lead to some unrest in the Empire because of how Hien was magnanimous enough to continue the deal after what happened. My counterpoint is that I don't think the details of what happened here are going to filter down to them.
Probably just grateful to be set free, but like that's kind of enough. But whatever.
Yeah.
Might I accompany you to the capital?
Excuse me? I beg your fucking pardon, Alphino.
This whole stream is just Laura going, why do people do things without my permission?
You people are so stupid. I've been okay. Lakshmi broke me, and I have been in a continuous state of going, why are you people so fucking stupid since that fight? I have had enough of these people being morons.
Sometimes other people have to do other characters have to do things too, Lord. We can't do everything by ourselves.
Everything I've been yelling at them for has been justified on my end. Excuse you. Oh my god, these people.
Alphino, have you gone mad?
Yeah, I'm with Alice on this one.
Imposter or no, if Xenos was instructing Asahi on the finer points of ritual summoning, then experience tells us there is an Ascian waiting in the wings.
Maximus like, what's an Ascian?
Without our knowledge and expertise, our new friends will be hard-pressed to contend with a foe for whom death is but a minor inconvenience. They need our help.
Oh, he's going there and he's going to have the Principal... They're called the Principales, right?
Populares?
What?
Populares.
Populares, right. He's going to have the Populares hide him. He's not going there to negotiate with the Empire or Xenos. He's going to hide there and have the Populares keep him hidden so that he can help them investigate what the hell's going on. This is significantly less stupid than I assumed it was going to be. I retract my objection. Mostly.
Alfino's a smart kid. He's a twat sometimes, but he's smart.
Also, he's getting as far away from Totaro as he can.
Oh my god.
Were you indeed willing to share your knowledge of this enemy, we would not shun your counsel.
You truly mean to do this? In full knowledge of the danger?
I have seen the Warrior of Light risk her life on countless occasions. Next to her, I'm scarce more than a distraction on the battlefield.
But you do know things.
But in the meeting room or the audience chamber, there I can make a difference. I can strike bargains, forge ties, and change minds. And where better to do these things than in the home of our old enemy?
Well, this is setting up plot points for, you know what, Alphino? Alphino. I approve of this because it gets you the fuck away from primal summonings. You will be in the heart of a place that is the last place on Hydaelyn where a primal could be summoned and you would make a fool of yourself trying to fight it. So, yes, go to the Empire. I approve. I believe in you, Alphino. No, I don't. This is your moment.
Tis not for me to stop you, but I would have you consider an alternative arrangement. Rather than braving the Empire as a simple traveler, go forth as an emissary of Doma. Such a position should offer you some measure of protection.
You know, I would say that would protect him, except we just killed the head ambassador to Doma.
No, we didn't.
Right, the Warrior of Light has never killed a sapient being before.
Well,
we didn't kill him, but
we did not lay a hand. We did not lay one hand on Asahi.
Maxima doesn't know that.
Yeah, but Maxima does know that Asahi was acting sus anyway.
You've obviously made up your mind.
Ooh, Alice is pouting.
Just try not to do anything reckless.
Alice, the whole thing is reckless. What are you talking about? He's more reckless than you are. And that's saying something.
I shall be on my best behavior. Farewell, my friends.
Oh, like...
Alphino, we're all walking in the same direction to get out of this tower. You don't have to say goodbye yet.
I love how, like, everything's in character and you can understand how they're getting to these decisions, but you still just want to slap them.
Oh my god, I want to slap him so badly. Alphino, you fucking moron. Okay, no, this is actually a good plan.
You're just worried about him.
It's a good plan, you hate it.
I hate...
It's like, God damn it, Alphino, stop being this clever. And it's making you stupid.
He's got a good plan for once, and it gets him the fuck away from primals, so... Fine. Go, Alphino. Alphino, you impulsive fool. I thought about trying to talk him out of it, but I know what I would say if the roles were reversed. Stubbornness is something of a family trait. I say wheels around and glares at Lore. You take that back. I'm twice as reckless as my brother. Yeah, well, why don't you go to Garlemald then?
Because she'd stab people. That's the problem.
Kosetsu dragged himself here from his sickbed, only to be greeted by the sight of Yotsuyu's corpse. I had not the words to comfort him. Where are they? Did he carry her out of here already?
Probably.
I knew Asahi was planning some manner of treachery, but summoning? Thank the Kami you were here, my friend. None of us would have escaped Yotsuyu's vengeance had you not intervened. You're welcome. She was a pawn, aye, but she still had a choice, and she chose to submit to the ambassador's plan. 'Tis little wonder Gosetsu departed in silence. Don't turn your back on the bodies. I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat.
I mean, that was our mistake with Xenos.
Yeah, that's true. But the question has been raised as to whether that is, in fact, Xenos.
I mean, it's clearly his body.
It could be. Maybe it's an Asian inhabiting his corpse? I gather he left the same way he came, alone aboard a rowing boat. As for the conscripts, most made it to the Sekabune before the battle began in earnest, but the vessel yet waits on the riverbank for those who did not flee in time. Then I suggest we put this doleful place behind us and make for the Enclave together. It would be a shame to miss the joyous reunion. Man, I wish this game could handle actual crowds.
How often have I imagined this moment? Thank you for helping it come to pass.
You're welcome.
Why do none of the other Doman Rogadins look like Gosetsu? He specifically looks different to most Rogadin because he's supposedly a Doman Rogadin.
Decade-old engine that was kind of rushed? Yeah. I mean, I understand why it can't handle crowds, but I wish it could handle crowds. Maybe the Dawn Trail engine update changed that. We'll see when I get there. Alright, so how many of you want to be pirates? Gosetsu, I didn't mean you.
Ah, there you are.
Oh, he shaved his head. Huh.
Gosetsu, your hair. My friend, what have you done?
Yeah, that's a mark of shame in Japan, isn't it? Or at least in the time period this is mimicking.
An old man who cannot raise his blade has no place in the service of a young lord. Thus did I decide to devote my remaining days to
he's a monk.
pilgrimage. I will walk this land, offering prayers of repose for all the souls who left this life in suffering.
All of them?
All of them. Don't leave us, Gosetsu.
Safe travels, Gosetsu.
This is no forlorn and final farewell. Send me on my way with a smile, my friend.
Fulsome farewell makes for an enjoyable journey.
Scarcely have we said our goodbyes to Alphino, and you leave us too. But 'tis well that my companions find their own way forward.
Gosetsu's like, wait, what happened to Alphino?
I have faith that you will find the best path for Doma without me, my lord. Pray forgive me this last act of selfishness, and grant me your blessing.
A smile does better suit a hero. Oh man, I saw a comic page that somebody drew up where Frey went, "What a horrible burden he laid upon you with those words," and that stuck with me. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I kind of resent a smile better suits a hero.
And yeah, it's also a beautiful sentiment.
1,000 times over.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
Complicated. It kind of has the same vibe as like in hindsight, in Steven Universe, one of the first times he hears from his mom is the tape where she tells him to take care of them. And at the time, seems like a very nice sentiment. But as the show goes on,
he destroys himself doing that.
Yeah.
Oh, have you ever seen that comic that of the start of Zelda 1, where the old man is, "It's dangerous to go alone, take this," and Link is like, "Will this keep me safe?" Like, "No, child, this is a weapon, and I hope one day you will forgive me for putting upon you this burden."
That's such a good one. I love that one.
Go in peace, my friend. I shall make of Doma a land where children laugh and none need live in fear.
He looks so weird with a shaved head.
There is no better way to honor those who went before. And with that, I take my leave.
There's a balance between Frey and a smile better suits a hero, where the Warrior of Light yells at her companions for being stupid once in a while.
Yeah, I feel like the balance is, I will earn the smile.
It will be far too quiet without Gosetsu around. I wonder if we'll ever see him again. Well, now that you've questioned it, we absolutely will. Oh, speaking of reunions, have you spoken with Ihanashi? It turns out his father was among the returning conscripts. Yeah, Gosetsu's voice actor did a great job. Gosetsu relinquished his duties with a grace befitting a samurai lord. I only hope that I can fill the void which he has left behind. Life on the sea has made you strong. Thank the Kami you spotted that cracked plank. That ship ended up bringing my father home. And the captain said, well, let's just say I'm not a pirate anymore. Well, you need to change out of your pirate outfit then. I'm going to live in Doma with my father. We're free. Are you still in front of the Wolfman on your screen, Ott? I think he is.
Yeah.
Ah, Gosetsu. Fair journey to you, my friend. A bittersweet occasion, but there is yet ample cause to be grateful. Pray, join us in the Kion-Kan. I would thank you properly. into the Destructo Disc. With all that out of the way, Doma should be able to look forward to a period of relative calm. As for us, well, we have an intriguing story to tell everyone back at the Rising Stones. When are we going back there? Lord Hien trained under Gosetsu from the day he was old enough to hold a sword. Though he smiled through all the farewells, none will feel his absence more keenly. Our brothers and sisters are returned to us, and the dream of Doma's restoration is that much closer to being realized. It is a day that will live long in memory, and one that would never have dawned without the courageous actions of the Scions. On behalf of Doma and her people, we give you our deepest thanks. You're welcome. I'm saying that a lot today. Lest you think me complacent, I assure you I have not forgotten the dark cloud on the horizon. That Xenos lives is a source of grave concern, mayhap the gravest, yet there is little to be done but wait for Alphino to send word. Until then, I plan to devote myself to fulfilling the promise I made to Gosetsu by building a nation in which none need live in fear. I confess I miss him already. But the thought that he has at last found peace goes some way to softening the blow. I wonder, did you ever stop to ask yourself why he showed Yotsuyu such kindness? I believe the answer lies in past tragedy, specifically the death of his wife and daughter during the invasion. Though he hid it well, they were never far from his thoughts, and in Yotsuyu's childlike mien, I believe he saw not a fallen tyrant, but the little girl who was lost to him. So her death hurt even worse. Holy shit! After the loss of his family, Gosetsu devoted himself wholly to the service of his country. He suffered any hardship, strove beyond the limits of endurance without hesitation or complaint. Though Tsuyu could never truly replace his daughter, I had hoped that with her at his side, he might live out the remainder of his days in relative contentment. Would that the kami had been so minded. Even now I labor to discern any meaning in Yotsuyu's fate, to deliver her from certain death with no memory of her sins, only to leave her at the mercy of her stepbrother. Can that truly have been their will? That I cannot tell you. The will of the kami is not for us to know. That's a cop-out! But what I do know is that for a brief moment, a girl known as Tsuyu lived among us, and that she brought with her a whisper of respite for a grieving heart. Well, I hope he found a little closure. Is that the end of 4.3, or is there one more quest?
One more quest, I think, because we didn't get an achievement yet.
Ah, right. I would get an achievement, wouldn't I? However far his pilgrimage may take him, we have not seen the last of Gosetsu. Of that I am certain.
We did not get an achievement. Also, I peeked at the the name of the next quest, and it is Under the Moonlight, which was the name of this patch.
Yeah. Ah, I gotcha.
The last quest of the patch is always the name of the patch.
Gotcha. Doma owes you a great debt, my friend. You're welcome. Thanks to you, we have everything we need to prosper. You and Alice must promise to visit us again soon. And Alphino, too, when he returns from the Empire. Know that my thoughts go with him. So, are we going to get back to Rabanastre soon? Under the Moonlight. Alice seems ready to bid farewell to Doma. I see Thancred! I think it's time we were going, don't you? We've done all we can here, and we have a lot to report. But before we head back to the Rising Stones, let's call in at Bralger's Reach. We should be the ones to tell Lise about Xenos. After everything we went through together, we owe her that. I suppose we do. Oof. Alright, to Bralger's Reach.
With this quest, you'll finally be at a point where everybody's been waiting for. Pre-Shadowbringers.
People, I gather, have been really excited for me to hit Shadowbringers.
Yeah, Shadowbringers is like... Yeah, Shadowbringers was like... Well, like... And, like... Not only is it, like, a good expansion, also, like, Shadowbringers is when the game kind of exploded, because that was when the WoW shat the bed and everybody started playing this game instead.
Yeah.
That was shortly after the very last patch of Shadowbringers, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like, it was a nice little confluence of events that made Shadowbringers quite the thing.
Yeah.
Anyway.
They've been quiet since their treachery in the throne room, but the Kalyana are a problem we'll need to solve at some point. I think Teddy said Shadowbringers was the one that made him cry? Or was that Endwalker?
Probably.
Yeah.
Probably both. Probably both, honestly.
They have both made me cry.
Lore, Alice, you're back. No Alpha, no. Oh. Lise. Oh. Oh, you gotta hear this. It's good to see you, Lise. As for my headstrong brother, he's off on what will almost certainly turn out to be a once-in-a-lifetime trip to Garlemald. It's a long story, but we have evidence that Xenos might be alive still. What? But that's... If this is a joke... Gods, this had better be a joke.
It's mind's eye witness testimony.
Look, I know what I saw, all right? We all saw it. And here you are saying he's alive and well and living the high life back in Garlemald. I know how ludicrous this sounds. I'm still having difficulty believing it myself. But while I might doubt the word of an Imperial envoy, I'm inclined to trust Lore's. She saw the Crown Prince through the Echo in a meeting that could only have taken place in the recent past. It was him. It was Xenos. I'm not convinced. No, it must have been, I don't know, some kind of really convincing imposter. Xenos is dead. He had a great big hole in his neck. We buried him. Aye, and someone went to the trouble of desecrating the bastard's grave, remember? Dolls gilded... Halls? Whatever are you talking about? Thancred? You have missed some shit, buddy. Thancred, what brings you to the Reach? Alphino had me lending a hand at the Saltery, keeping an eye on the rebuilding work and so on, just until operations were up and running. And now that they are, I thought I might look in on you before wending my weary way back to headquarters. Forgive me if I misheard, but there's some suggestion the late Crown Prince could have gotten better? If so, might I suggest a quick look inside his coffin as our first order of business? I don't know why I didn't think of that, actually. That's a good point, Thancred. Ugh, as much as I hated the man, it doesn't feel right defiling his grave. But if it will put this rumor to rest, I suppose we have to. And when there are no curious eyes about, if we can manage it. Xenos is buried up at Bloodhow in the Locks. His grave was set apart from the others and left unmarked so as not to upset the locals. How did people know it was his then? The desecrated. Then it shouldn't be too hard to find. Nago, you're in charge until I get back. Excuse me.
No thanks for him, he is an ex-primal.
Port of Pretoria. Those are cool monsters. The Calyx?
Yeah. The zone is neat. It's just a shame that there's not much reason to go in here. Like, I think the only time I ever came here is because there was like a custom delivery node that I occasionally have to visit.
A lot of special maps that you find in other maps can take you to the underwater parts of the loch. The ones that always have a portal. That is not unmarked.
Yeah, seriously. It's even got engravings on it.
It's got a fucking epitaph.
My money is on writhing snakes, possibly spiders. Let's prize it open and see what comes out. Most of the graves are grouped together, but they managed to find a lonely spot for Xenos, didn't they? Alright, let's see what's in there. If it is his body... This is it. Gods, he better be in there. Someone scrawled all over the stone a while ago, but I had it scrubbed off. Thought no more about it. So no one thought to check if the coffin was still occupied? Well then, we are presented with but one course of action. And we had best be sure we are not observed in the doing of it. Shall we begin? Is he in there? Is he?
Oh dear. We seem to be missing a corpse.
He is not. Sudden lightning. I saw the Xenos shadow.
Well, it must be somewhere. I only hope it isn't walking around.
That is very shallow. I don't think you could fit a full-grown pest who is known to be bigger than even most galleons.
Cut him in half.
I mean, he already helped out with that.
We could have just divested his corpse of its head and he would have fit. Oh, hello. So, about me complaining that Nanamo didn't stay dead. If there's no corpse, then are we to conclude the rumors are true? What do you mean, rumors? Not necessarily. We might still be dealing with a doppelganger of some kind. An agent could have been sent to dispose of the body in a bid to lend credence to the tale of Xenos' resurrection. More and more, however, I find myself siding with Alphano's theory of Ascian possession. Speaking from experience, I can tell you they have no qualms about taking a living host, let alone a dead one. You're saying Ascian is walking around in Xenos' body? Yeah, that does make sense. I called that out pretty early. In this stream, I mean. It seems a distinct possibility. Once I have put this grave back the way we found it, I shall pay a visit to the people responsible for interring the Crown Prince. Before leaping to any conclusions, I want to know for sure if a body was ever buried here, and how certain we are that Xenos was properly dead. Oh, thankfully, he was pretty dead. If he wasn't, that was some trick. He as good as cut his own head off. Anyway, Rabban needs to hear about this. If you find anything out, send word to me at Rogger's Reach. I don't know why I'm surprised. With matters settling down in Doma, we were due another crisis. Shall we make for the Rising Stones, then? It's past time we shared these developments with the others. That is a really good wet stone texture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, we're here. All right.
Indeed we are.
You were just wondering when we were coming back here, and now here we are.
Now here we are. While I was waiting for you to arrive, I spoke with Urianger over Link Pearl and gave him a full report. Y'shtola is on her way, and should be here any... Ah. Elisei, Lore, 'tis good to see you safe and well. What news have you from the east? Disturbing developments indeed. Given all that we know, I too would conclude that an Ascian now inhabits Xenos' body. A doppelganger might fool the Crown Prince's subordinates, but Lore? Nay, Alphino had the right of it. Would that his wisdom extended to the question of his own safety. Capable though he has become, has he? He ventures alone into the enemy's stronghold, in the shadowy web of the Paragons, like as not.
Of course he's become capable. He's very, very good at finding firewood.
He's very capable of making rash decisions. When it comes to making rash decisions, I'm hardly in a position to criticize, but...
No, these people have a leg to stand on. I love it.
I'm worried. I just wish there was something I could do for him besides pray. Excuse me. Meanwhile, in the Imperial Palace.
I want that chair.
We cannot suffer icons to exist. Was I not clear on this point? More than clear. The icon in question was summarily dispatched by the Warrior of Light. The summoner is dead, and the rite beyond repeating. Everything proceeded according to plan, every party behaving exactly as required. Emperor's face is so shitty. Yeah, it's weird. My methods may seem extreme, but there is no cause for concern. I work only to ensure the salvation of this star. I think his dad suspects.
Do you remember the cliffhanger a few patches back? Where an Ascian took off his mask in front of Varys, and Varys was surprised?
True. What are you doing fiddling with that thing? I asked you a question, soldier. What are you? Have you lost your mind? I have lost many things, but my mind is yet my own. There upon the stage I stood, prepared to take my final bow, only to find that the finale was but an intermission. Is this Xenos' soul? Shall I use this chance to repent for my sins, embrace goodness and mediocrity? Nay, I think not. While the one I yearn to face yet lives, the hunt must go on. It is Xenos' soul! So, here's the question. Can a zombie and a ghost come from the same body? The answer is yes!
There's like some, like, Kingdom Hearts, like, Heartless and nobody shenanigans going on here.
Oh my god, this is Xenos is Heartless!
When he was looking over at the empty coffin, there was that grin he gave, which was very much the Xenos' expressions. Like they did great work with that expression work.
Oh no. How must he feel being trapped in the body of an Elizant? Well, actually, he feels tall, which should be comfortable for him. Well, the one I yearn...
Oh, go ahead.
Well, the one I yearn to face yet lives. The hunt must go on.
Yeah. I mean, we did see that he is not racist. He is just the definition of meritocracy to a disturbing degree.
Consider Xenos trapped in a Lalafell.
I need fan art of that. I need fan art of that stat immediately.
I think what happened, there would just be absolutely no change in attitude.
Yeah, it would be amazing. Oh my god, I need to see fan art of that. Holy shit. Oh, that would be so good. Most menacing potato? No, second fiddle to Tataru, but still. Oh my god, oh my god. I need fan art of that stat. Oh man.
So yeah, and I'm just gonna say it, like, you have gotten enough clues to piece together what's up with Xenos' body.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an Asian.
Yeah, but do you know who it is?
It's been a while since we've seen the Asians, and their names are long and complicated.
And also, like, to be fair, this was a thing, like, I said before that there was, like, a bad hint, but still a hint about what was going on. Do you want me to just spell it out? Because it's kind of, like, bullshit.
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah, so I forgot if this is at the end of... I forgot if this was at the end of 4.0 or 4.1, but there's a bit with a conversation between Elidibus and the God Emperor.
The white
Elidibus is like, oh, well, this, blah, 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 bullshit, Asian bullshit, whatever. And then he takes off his mask, and the Emperor goes, how dare you? And the implication being that he's already wearing Xenos' face at that point.
Yeah. Okay, that makes sense.
And it's kind of a bullshit hint because Elidibus is way too fucking short in that cutscene to be Xenos. So, like, it's the thing that it's the thing that, like, doesn't even make sense until, like, now when it's like, oh, well, I mean, it has to be that because it can't be anything else, but still, what the fuck? Yeah.
No, what happened was he finished cutting off Xenos' head, put it on while the body was being transported, talked to the Emperor with Xenos' head on, and then when Xenos' body made it to Garlemald, he stuck the head back on the body, and that's why there's the bandage around his throat.
Oh, mate. I'm just imagining, like, him pulling the hood down, and it is Xenos' body, but the head's not there. That's why he shot her. She's a squirting stump. It's like, how dare you ruin my carpet?
Alright. So anyway, that is the end of 4.3.
I think the next stream we do the Heavensward Relic dungeons, and then we start Hildebrand. What do you think?
Yeah.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Because I think Hildebrand is going to take more than one but less than 2 streams, so doing it that way makes sense to me.
Okay.
Yeah, and also we probably have updated NPC chatter from here in the Rising Suns.
Okay, I'll talk to them real quick, and then we'll end the stream.
Sounds good.
Alphino will have need of all his wits if he is to survive his visit to Garlemald. We know precious little about life in the Imperial capital. You needn't worry for my grandfather. If he should grow lonely and start to long for Homei's company, he will purchase passage on the next ship bound for the Far East. I couldn't stop him if I had tried.
That's the one about with the bad back is her grandfather.
Yeah. We gathered what scraps of intelligence we could. Myself from within Eorzea, and Alphinaud from his Far Eastern sources. But there's a limit to what a bloke can learn about the Empire from outside its borders. Still, I never think to invite myself aboard an Imperial bloody airship. 'Twas impulsive, reckless. I got to admire the lad's style. Buddy, I wouldn't go that far. Will Isildur be all right without Homei? They're practically inseparable these days. I don't think he has many other friends. The Domans have as much claim to Revenant's toll as you and me. They're family. Thank the gods I made it back in time to see them off. I don't have to, and you can't make me. Ha! It is for the best. It is their past and their future. Their home, and I could not be happier for them. I hope Isildur can find someone to keep him company. With our missions, we can never linger very long. I know I need to give Isildur my undivided attention, but these waves of brotherly love make my mind drift to naughty places. Focus, Sayonor, focus!
At least he's consistent.
God damn it. Though he is but half the size of my courageous brother, 'twould seem Alphinaud's bravery looms twice as large. Even Hori might hesitate before embarking alone into the heart of the Empire. 'Twould seem Master Alphinaud has placed himself squarely in the path of danger. As a fellow scion, I shall render whatever aid I can to ensure his safe return. Yeah? Coultonnet? How? How would you render him aid right now? I get the sentiment, but that's kind of an empty promise.
Just has real sneak into the Empire to hand him one of those etherite tickets.
Whatever aid he can render. Parenthesis. None. All right. So that's where we're going to end for today. Intriguing things happened today. That boss fight was pretty decent, but not one of the highlights, I don't think.
Yeah. The extreme is really good.
Yeah, it sounds like it's got some really cool. Good. Yeah.
Or it's like you already have like the dark and light thing, but then you also have to deal with waxing and waning moon mechanics, and it just becomes kind of a clusterfuck. If you're not.
She also has some details that you have to pay attention to her body for. Like at one point, she'll either draw a gun or a staff. If it's a staff, it drops magical AoEs on everyone, so you have to spread out. If it's a gun, it's an invisible stack marker, and everybody has to group up.
Invisible stack marker?
Oh yeah, there's lots of stuff like that in Extremes and Savages.
Okay, that's bullshit. I don't like that.
It just means you have to pay attention to more than the markers. You have to actually pay attention to, like, the boss body language or other markers outside the field or stuff.
And cast bars as well.
And cast bars, yes.
Oh, if it has a cast bar, that's okay then.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there's cast bars, like I said.
When we say invisible, we don't mean there's no tell at all. We just mean that your typical, like, raid, yellow floor danger sense doesn't work, and you need to watch out for other tells instead.
Yeah, like, there's one Savage fight I've done where every one of the boss's attacks is a tank stack marker. So all his auto attacks, the two tanks have to stand together, but then their cast bar happens, and we have to spread apart to take individual tank busters, and then group back up immediately after to take more auto attacks and stacks.
Yeah.
There's like nothing
there's a lot of different mechanics in the harder content.
Yeah. Nothing is impossible to understand, but they're less likely to just drop the usual casual tells on you.
Yeah. Anyway,
it's time to end the stream. which is good because I've got a bit of a sore throat from yelling at my companions for being morons. People are telling me there's one more quest.
No.
No. I think they're thinking of the start of a 4.3. Sorry,
Yeah.
4.4. Because we got the achievement.
We did the one more quest.
Yeah.
Like we can do one more quest for the next 8 hours if chat wants, but no, it's 5 o'clock. It's time to go.
Yeah. So yeah, that'll be it for today. I'll read my schedule and get off. Before I do, I would like to plug my Patreon, which you can find at patreon.com/LoreweaverStreams. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video and can be found with the ! Patreon command in Twitch chat. I make my living off of Patreon. It's my sole source of income. And I make enough to pay my rent and my bills for now, but I'm also just scraping by beyond that. And I need to save up for moving within the next year, by next summer's end. If you could go to my Patreon and pledge $1 a month or $1 per stream or anything in between, I would be grateful. I have opened 3 more slots for people to pick a game for me to play once or twice a month, depending on how much they pledge. One of them has already been taken, so there are 2 slots left. Grab those before they go away, and please grab those. I could really use the money. I appreciate everybody who pledges. I'm grateful. You make it so I can do this job and make content for you guys and entertain you. I really appreciate you guys helping me have this career. I'm happier doing this than I have been anything else in my life, so thank you. I'd also like to plug my YouTube channel, at Loreweaver on YouTube. You can find the link with the ! YT command in Twitch chat. I upload all my streams to YouTube. The whole Final Fantasy XIV playthrough is there. Everything from the last 8 years is up there. There's a wide variety of games. I'm sure you'll find something you like. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe, help me in the algorithm. Give me feedback. I love hearing people's comments on my videos. If you're watching this on YouTube, I stream live on Twitch almost every day at 1 p.m. EST at twitch.tv/Loreweaver15. The link's also in the description of the YouTube video. Come hang out and chat while I play. It's a good time. I love talking to people while I stream. I hope to see you here. Finally, the schedule. Tomorrow I will not be streaming. I'm having dinner with my parents. It's a belated birthday dinner for me, a month and a half late. We're going to have some hibachi. I'm excited. I don't get to have that very often. Monday, I'll be continuing Techno Babylon for a patron. Tuesday, I will be playing To the Moon, a beach episode for a patron. And I'm very excited about that because the whole To the Moon series has been banger after banger. All 3 games are in my top 10 games of all time. Wednesday and Thursday, I'll be playing Start Again, a prologue for a patron. That's the prototype/prologue to In Stars and Time. I'm looking forward to that. Friday will be Yakuza 0 for a patron. And then Saturday will, of course, be our weekly Final Fantasy XIV stream. So, that's what's coming up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching. And I will see you next time.
Ciao for now.
Bye.